Hey y'all, it's Lou Red. Hey Bull. Hey Randy. I've been sleeping, y'all. Sure, y'all tried to kill me for a few days. Oh, my dog's choking now. He's gonna do this on live. Thanks, Motherfunk. I needed some rest. I legit got 2 hours sleep Sunday night. I had to work 12 hours and then tried to stay up the next night and wait for my buddy to get here and stream or get to his computer, and it about killed me. How's everybody been doing? I'm trying to find my live on my TV. Randy, I slept all night. And you know what my friends did? They protected my stream all night long and took shifts and stayed up and kept it going so I could get my rest. Because I've got awesome, awesome, awesome friends. $9 Eastern Time, Boo. I mean, hey, motherfucker, they could all went to sleep and just let God knows what happened to my stream. Hey, Joey. I think Todd's coming too. Shortly. Needless to say, I came home last night and could not fall asleep. I was so wound up, I guess. I don't know. I didn't stream. I made it a deal with myself. I was going to sleep. I slept. I slept till like 10 o'clock this morning. Didn't have to work. I'm off tomorrow. I'm well rested. I heard Manya read for like 4 hours. What was she reading, Mother? Or maybe I should call you Funk or Mother Funk. I fell asleep to Manya's soothing reading voice. That's so funny. I woke up, my Google Hangouts phone, my phone was ringing. Like, there was 8 people calling me, trying to wake me up. And Valen said, I have my dog barking in my computer, trying to wake your dog up. I said, well, my dog was laying beside me snoring, and I had earbuds in, so he couldn't hear y'all. I guess. I don't know. I was out. Aw, he'll be okay, Joey. What about language? Motherfunk? I think I missed that. Hey, Heather. Bull, I've got to find out what days and times my friends regularly stream so I don't hop on right when they're on. I didn't even check tonight, I'll be honest. What was she reading, by the way? I didn't. No one's even told me. Oh, a book about language. Okay, that's funny. Oh my goodness. I'd be embarrassed, but it was so damn funny. Like, who can't laugh at themselves about that? I thought it was funny anyway. I love Mania. She does have a good voice. She was trying to put this. She was trying to put the trolls to sleep, and I heard about that, Joey. I'm not going to say his name. That's my um new deal with myself. This stream, I won't say that name. I might last 45 minutes like I did on my last stream before I break that rule, but that is awesome that Manya did that, in my opinion. I could not figure out how to get it off, like to stop. I was on the phone with Manya the next morning, like she's like, maybe, I don't know. She was even confused. I was in a video chat with her with my screen up, and we couldn't figure out how to stop it. What's up, Kim? We were just talking about story time with Manya the other night. And how awesome my buddies are, my friends. Who else will stay up all night so their friend can sleep? Oh, I gotta put my phone on quiet or it'll be gross sounding. Hey, Laura C. I was running myself ragged between work and staying up all night streaming. I had to get some sleep, y'all. Damn. And my dog is laying beside me now snoring, so I have to keep the computer away from his face. Hey, detective. Hey, double mint. Hey, Amzy. What's been going on in Twitterverse and YouTube lately? I really haven't been there much. He's currently laying beside me, sleeping. That's what we like to do around here. If you hadn't heard. Yeah, Brandon was calling my phone the next morning too. Brandon, Kim, Manya, Joey, I think called. I had a bunch of calls. As a matter of fact, I was trying to call my work to tell them I was going to be late, and Kim kept calling, and I couldn't hang up and get my work dialed before she'd call me back. And I was like, damn it, Kim, why are you calling me? I gotta call, because I had no clue. I agree, Bull. Twitter is quite the cesspool. I hope it's not COVID too, Amsy. I had to have that test done because I got at work. I had a I can't remember the word. Anyway, someone with COVID coughed in my face and they didn't have a mask on, so I had to get tested, and it's not fun. They stick a Q-tip like through your nose into your deep into your brain. It felt like I actually cried. I was scared. Do you have a fever, Amsy? Did my notifications really tell all y'all? Because I hadn't tweeted this, and I had people in here pretty fast. Maybe it's just a summer cold. Cash. You've got COVID, Bull? Oh, you got a notification. Okay. I'm sending you a DM, by the way, Bull. me back up in chat. I was typing. Hey, Tina. She was calling me too. Trying to wake me up. I didn't see that either, Joey. Detective, stay out of the bars. Or at least don't get a hangover. They don't nobody threaten Amzie with a good time. Take a shit of Jaeger. Hey, JR. I don't know. Just, wherever it takes us. Unveiling. I didn't really come here with a topic. I figured I'd get made fun of for a little while. Hence the name of my stream. And then we just talk. I haven't watched much YouTube the last couple days. I haven't been on Twitter a lot. I appreciate and love that I do have a nice number of people who always come to hang out here. A lot of the same folks. Yeah, that's a shocker, Amzie. I'm telling you. I would never expect you to drink and dance on a table. Hey, Teresa. What are you talking about the other night with the uni poop? Which night? No, Pikachu. The rule is party once a week, maybe twice, and then take the rest of the days to recover. When you're my age. And I don't know that I can say that truly because I don't really party. Y'all hear my dog? He's snoring right in the computer. Oh, are you talking about Miss Lorianne unveiling? Lab Rat had plenty to say about my dream stream. Living the dream, y'all. Invasion. Yeah, I heard. I've got to go back and listen to it. I'm not in a big hurry. I'm going to edit it, so it's going to be much shorter when it's over. I love sitting at home, detective. Like, ain't no trouble gonna find me at home, and if it does, that is not gonna be trouble for me. It's gonna be trouble for somebody else, I guess. Hey, y'all, I got online all by myself today. I mean, I had instructions, but I didn't have to have anybody on my live cam with me. Oh, I'm sorry, Teresa, about your mom. And I know how bad that sucks. Well, I've got my mom, but I lost my dad. We talked about that the other stream ago. Dude, Tina, what time did we get off stream Sunday night? It was like 3 a.m. and I get up at 5 to go to work and work until 7. It's almost 8 before I get home. And then I said I wasn't streaming, but Todd was like, oh, let's stream. And I had to wait. I don't know what time that stream started, but I know it was late as crap. So I don't know how I even stayed up to start it. Cash, put your nose somewhere. If y'all can hear my doggy snoring or breathing heavy, let me know and I can move where I'm at in relation to his breathing. You go do you, boo. But yeah, I'm going to take the woman's side and go be home with your wife, if that's an option. It took me a long time, Teresa. Like, I didn't know. I mean, like years. I couldn't talk about my daddy without crying. I started thinking it would never get better, and it did. And I still cry sometimes, and he's been gone 9 years. But I can talk about him now, and I have happy memories without getting sad. So it does happen. It just takes a long, long time. Hey, Dottie. Did I say that already? Dart League. Are you playing dart? I didn't know that was even a thing. Dart League. I've been to cornhole competitions and bowling competitions. I guess that makes sense. I love playing darts. I'm not good at it, but I like it. I suck at cornhole too. Does anyone else play cornhole? Anyone good? My dog is starting to snore. Do y'all hear him? The longer he sleeps, the heavier his breathing will get. So I'm like, I hope the other night when I was dream streaming, he wasn't snoring into. He doesn't snore that really terribly loud most of the time. He's a good boy. I just got oh, someone just sent me a Periscope to listen to. Hey, Chesh. How you been? I listened to TTO, one of your videos today. The one, oh, it was funny. Sweets wasn't there, but y'all were reading people's problems. I can't even remember what the first one I heard was hilarious. You slept in like I slept in like a motherfucker today too, Josh. Yes, and I knew it was that time of the month. I just didn't. My brain. TTOTM. Yeah, I love them. I listen to them sometimes on my way home from work. The girl whose brother was had a baby fetish. Gross. His parents need their ass whooped. Peekaboo. That's quite funny. But that's kind of what he does, so I don't think he could possibly have a crush on that many people. The ones where Puny said that Steve told me to go after Menace. Steve has no idea who I am, but why should Puny care about that? Yeah, relationships. That one. He's blocked, and I'm not still not saying it. He's got bitches from his video emailing me link or DMing me links that they don't follow me, I don't follow them, but I'm getting message requests from bitches with the links to his video about me and Tina. Like I'm gonna click on a link one of them sends me to watch a video. Like I'm gonna watch his video. I haven't, by the way. I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, Chesh, that happened. I saw it. He's been kind of quiet on actual YouTube. I think he's been hanging out on and taking long walks lately. My dog's getting cranked up now, y'all. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Tina. Me either. Hey, moderate. Which one, moderate? Someone said I tried to mess up his video. I said I fixed it. I wasn't trying to mess it up. Hey, hey. I'm not going to fall asleep tonight. It's like watching Plan 9 from outer space. They're so bad, they're funny. I'd watch him if he sounded like Todd, Chish. No, I probably wouldn't. If it was him, I still wouldn't. If the same dumb shit was coming out of his mouth. Did I see that one? Oh, wait. Yes, I'm sure I did. Someone sent it to me. Yes, I saw that. And it made me laugh. I enjoyed it. I've got to find my earbuds for when Todd starts a video call, though. Maybe I won't. No, I won't. I don't have to have those. Hold on. I didn't work today, so I don't have my iPhone buds, and I hate digging around in my purse, but near my computer, because I don't want that noise to bother y'all. Well, it looks like that's where they're at, so y'all have to excuse me. Oh, shit. All right. Well, I've got some really good wireless ones that I like to listen to YouTube on, but if I'm going to talk with my phone and not get like background noise, I have to use my iBuds, whatever, that plug into my phone. But we've been doing the Google Hangouts with from my laptop cache from the laptop without much problem, so I'll just do it that way. I think all of these videos people are doing are so funny. I've seen them from a lot. What was the one? Someone did one and used the screenshots that I had posted that someone made for me. I thought that one was cool. I don't even know where my iBuds are. My kid might have taken them to his room. He doesn't like the way earbuds fill in his ears, but I don't know where else they could be. What do you want to snack on, Chesh? Go cook us something. I seen you all in the kitchen cooking the other night. Well, I might would help out, but you can't be cooking vegetarian shit, Chesh. You gotta put some meat in those recipes. Chesh, I just DM'd you earlier too, by the way. Who is the guy talking with the deep voice? Have a real deep voice. He'll be here in a minute. At least 2 hours here. If I can start a Google Hangout. I'm doing something, y'all. I'm not just ignoring y'all. I'm trying anyway. That ain't how. Okay. Where am I going? Can't think. Okay, I'm back. I don't know where it was at. I may have done something all by myself without anyone's help. Kim, check your DM. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Chesh, check your DM. Bull. Might not have done it right, but I sent a couple links to a Google Hangouts call, but I'm not sure if it's worked because I'd never started one of those. Todd usually does it. Joey, I think I DM'd you. I saw PJ's did a stream, but I haven't listened to it. Joey, send me a DM so I can send you a link because I can't ever find you. I get so many DMs all of a sudden. Jeez Louise. Hey, Peter, Tom Tom. Hmm. Is no one really in here yet? Did I do it wrong? I've sent some Google Hangout links to Twitter DMs. Someone tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because my feature's there and it's moving when I talk, but no one else. We don't really have a subject. Peekaboo, whatever people want to talk about. You got anything you want to talk about? Todd, could you tell me, did I start the Google Hangout right or what? Because I'm still the only one there. Hey, Joan. Thank you for coming, my dear. What good happened today, Chish? I've not been on Twitter a lot. I see there's been some drama. Some drama. I want no part of it. Wait, what, Jay? Kyle has a show with ProLib, and I always said that Kyle would come back to you too. Yeah, every ProLib sounds really young. How old is he? He sounded younger than I thought he was going to sound. Oh, hold on. I texted it to text, but I'll send it to Twitter. And let's see if it's right. It looks way different than when you send me a DM. I mean, a Hangout link. So I may have just done it all wrong. Ted. He doesn't sound that old. But, well, I mean, I expected to hear like an older sounding guy. Joan, I must say, I did get mentioned. I heard that a couple times in the drama, but just my name, not as in they can't blame me for this one. And I love it. Like I had nothing to do with it. Todd, did you get it? Where's Manya to read to us while we're waiting? I don't know. No, I've never seen ProLab on camera. Where? Has no one gotten a link in their DM? What's their channel about? Whoever told me that. Hold on. We'll be right back. Oh, I'm on the computer. I can't. Says what? Well, you had to wait. All right, y'all, I'm back. My girl acquaintance blessed with uses 17. She's on the church. My son's home. He said I gotta take his friend home because he broke down 2 vehicles today. He said I'm not driving nothing in this yard. there she is, my little friend. Hey, girl. Are you there?
You hear me all right?
Yes, thank you. I was starting to think my
Wonderful. I figure.
my link didn't work.
No, I was just in the middle of cooking something, and it was really loud.
Did it
So
have
I was
meat?
like, I don't know, wait for that to be done. Oh yeah, it's the leftover chicken from my chicken Alfredo.
Oh, I missed that one. Last one I saw was the vegetable wrap. And I like veggies, but not by themselves usually.
Oh, that's fair. I like a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. So I don't eat a super duper ton of meat, but I'm not a vegetarian. Like this has chicken, green pepper, sriracha sauce, and an egg. Sunny side up egg. And it's all going into a wrap.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of meat either, but yeah, I don't do like vegetarian pizza or stuff like that.
I find like for some things it works and for some things it doesn't. I just don't tend to like separate out what meals count as what. Like if it doesn't have meat in it, fine. If it does have meat in it, great. Whatever works, whatever's tasty at the time, whatever you like to eat.
What is making noise on my computer?
A little bit of salt on top. Hell yeah.
Am I in here now?
Yay,
hello.
God, hi. There's someone else. Finally. I thought I did it wrong. I'm quite proud of myself tonight.
Hooray! Good job. I saw someone in the chat saying that I guess Kyle from Non Sequiturs got a show now with ProLib.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Sunday nights, supposedly. And also Friday nights, it's supposed to be ProLib, Kyle, Nate Brody, and Punycock together on Friday nights. And Sunday nights, just ProLib and Kyle.
And is their content going to be Steve?
I mean, what the hell is
yeah.
What the hell is Puny Rock going to add to their conversation?
I mean, the same thing all of them are going to add to the conversation.
Not shit.
Boo, Steve, you big meanie head.
I'm the worst.
Is my volume okay?
Yep.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
I mean, I got a kick out of that because they're like, oh, Kyle's coming back to the internet. And I'm like, no, that might be a loose use of the word back.
Yeah. Back until his court date.
Well,
that's the thing with these people, right? Kyle's only useful until the Non Sequitur show stuff is dealt with.
Then they have to find the next subject.
Well, the next subject is going to be Steve, but the thing is that what value?
What happened?
I don't know. I think I lost her.
I see her, but I can't hear her.
Sorry, my headphones are starting to break and they came loose.
Yeah, you sound much better on when you whisper into the little ball microphone.
That little ball microphone is fantastic. Somebody bought that for me for Christmas.
Yes, you need to whisper into it and talk really soft.
I'll have to do that again later, probably when I get back. Sorry, what I was saying was that what value does Kyle bring to this group of people once Non Sequitur is running again?
None.
All right. So outside of him, maybe if they do like a review show where they watch Non Sequitur and they bitch about Steve more, and then Kyle's like, if I was there, I'd do this. Meanwhile, we already know he completely failed trying to run the show by himself. Like, complete faceplant.
Like, yeah. The amount of stupid was just wow. And the view counts and like it just went down, down, down. I think the smoking nun might have had something to do with that. Katie.
O'Dunn says their show is going to be about all of the government agencies you should call on Steve and Chesh.
Peekaboo said something and I just lost it.
But how many acronyms can we come up with? The FBI, the CIA, the DSS, the CNN, the MSNBC, the how many?
MSNBC. Peekaboo said Uni said he's not going to talk
you go.
about Kyle stuff anymore. Do we believe that? Do we ever
Lol.
believe anything Kyle or whatever? They're all the same.
Yeah.
And then Tom says, I wonder who initiated these conversations between Kyle and all the others. Was it Atheist Edge, Nicholas, Uni, Prolib, etc., or was it Kyle? It's a good question. I don't know.
Don't speed on my car.
To be fair, we might find out eventually because all
Order
of the
something.
assets for Non Sequitur are to go to Steve, and that includes the Twitter. So there might be some very interesting Twitter DMs.
Oh yeah, he's going to delete those shits for sure.
Yeah, but if he does, he's deleting evidence and he's deleting property, right? Now it's property damage and et cetera, et cetera.
So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Ding, 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 ding. I need
You're
sound
just
effects.
Kyle boxed himself into a corner.
Apparently he likes small confined spaces.
They'll talk about how Steve stole the Non Sequitur show after Steve wins.
Right? Oh no.
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
Well, Steve already won, so there's that.
The show that Nate and Prolib did yesterday morning or afternoon was just on how Steve stole the GDC. So we're back to that, which never happened.
He's a big old meanie head. He's a poopy head. Is that what they call him?
What's Steve gonna steal next?
Right. Steve, stop stealing from yourself, buddy. It's not okay.
I mean, given how much they're talking about, like, me naked and my genitals, maybe it'll be my quote unquote virginity.
Hey, now,
And then they're on the hook for contributing to the delinquency of a minor or some kind of nastiness like that. Since you're only 17.
Oh, yep. Yeah, that's going to be kitty porn right there.
Hey, Organized Chaos.
Oh, I love that video from Organized Chaos. Oh, wait. No, it was somebody else. Sorry. Moderate extremist.
Yeah,
the default's not going to get overturned. There's no reason for it to be overturned.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I see him trying to argue it and the judge being like, no, okay, good. Sit down. Let's continue. Why haven't you complied?
Yeah, it's just going to be a matter of why haven't you complied and comply now.
They're literally only leaving that window open just so it doesn't get overturned in appellate court. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the other thing is that the only, even if Kyle could for some reason demonstrate that he was unable to show up to court, he still doesn't have anything, so it doesn't really matter.
And he also, when he apologized, said he wasn't in the right headspace and yada yada yada. He was explaining why he didn't show up for his trial. So how do you not have service if you're talking about the trial?
Wait, he showed up because he wasn't served, though.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, he was the one who laughably decided to respond to the court saying, like, in the court paperwork that he submitted, that he wasn't going to follow the judgment. And then after he submitted that, he then said that he wasn't served properly.
Like, he's grasping at straws here. It's fucking hilarious. Like, he's just doing it out of spite. Like, he's worse than an ex-girlfriend. Like, he's literally spiteful as fuck. Or an ex-boyfriend. Like, he's just spiteful.
Oh, he's straight up. I think a lot of us, when this first happened, did not expect Kyle to go, like, this ridiculously far. Like, right. We thought he was going to be dumb, but, like, I don't think any of us would be, like, to this extent. And I noticed it when... Oh, when was it? What was the thing? The thing that tipped me off was not when he streamed to the channel, because we knew that was going to happen. It was when he started showing up on... when he started showing up in, like, other people's chats as the Non Sequitur show.
Right.
I was like, oh, I see what you're doing there.
Can't get one past
Supposing Rock's Periscope, Kyle said he was also going to restream his show to the Non-Sec show. The ProLib Friday and Sunday is also supposed to be restreamed to Non Sequitur.
Yeah, and Unirock it said that he was going to stream to Non Sequitur with Kyle too, and I'm pretty sure there's like one or two other people that they've all been saying that, oh, we're going to stream to Non Sequitur, we're going to stream to Non Sequitur, and everybody's just like, me and Steve and like pretty much everybody is like, do it, coward.
Yeah. Oh, did you also hear that Kyle has had a lawyer and a CPA and a friend and a boyfriend this whole time?
Then why did he need money for a lawyer again?
Right?
He didn't. He had a lawyer.
And where's the 60 grand?
Oh yeah, he's got that in the bank too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's holding it in the bank, just waiting. Yeah. No, I have it. I'll pay him.
I can't afford a lawyer, but I'll pay Steve.
Right. It's sitting in an account. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I heard. I believed every word of it.
It's just waiting for Steve. It's just waiting to be handed over to Steve. And for some reason, they're not handing it over to Steve.
Right. The FYI, Kyle, your dope man's account does not count. Just saying. Allegedly.
In my opinion.
Yeah, in my opinion. Allegedly.
Y'all bitches done taught me how to protect myself. Not y'all, but, other assholes.
Guys,
did you just call me a bitch?
No, I wasn't talking about you at all. I was talking about,
you called Cheshire a bitch.
I was
Does
talking
that
about
make her a female?
I was talking about the people who don't like me.
Right.
That,
Wait, I'm sorry, what? Steve burnt the channel to the ground? Okay.
I just want it to be known that Cheshire is a female, as far as I know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, she's a female.
I can't with Twitter today. I woke up with that to the day, and I was just like, what is going on?
I want to know if Little Red saw all that. Did you see it?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh god, you got to send that to her. That shit is hilarious.
Nope, I miss all the good stuff.
Oh my god.
I sleep through it all.
I don't even know how to send that to you because it's like just so many threads.
I say snip it or link it, maybe. I don't know, but it's a bunch of bullshit from. I was thinking it was going to be Menace to Sobriety, but it turns out it was somebody else.
Where's Joey? Is he still in here? I sent him a link in his Twitter DM.
Yeah, Joey's here. I saw him a second ago.
Because apparently Steve hired him to go after people.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you guys hear the whole conspiracy theory that I was actually behind all of this in the background?
Oh yeah.
And so I was actually controlling Kyle's actions the entire time so I could replace him.
What the fuck? Wow.
So apparently telling everyone to unsub is what burned Non Sequitur to the ground. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
Does that count as an intelligent move to get my $20 from Dragnut silliness?
Right? Yeah, what the hell? On the other hand, I would like to, for Spurgy over there, do me a favor and take a screenshot of your comment with the time and date on it, and then tell me how that goes once the show is running again, and we'll see. I look forward to your admitting that you were wrong. It'll be glorious.
Oh, I didn't even see Uni did a Periscope today. He must have booted me from the Periscope again. Because I never got the notification.
I can't play those like we did the other night because 20 seconds and he's got me blocked somehow, so it won't play.
Yeah. You can either sign out and sign in under a different one, or you can play it off your phone again like we did the other night.
Yeah, well, I signed in under a different... Okay. I signed in under a different...
Or we can let Cheshire figure it out. Yeah.
No, you're right, because I'm that elite hacker, right?
Yes.
I'll just I'm just gonna break into Uni's Periscope and.
Well, it's more we need the desktop audio from a computer streamed over the live stream.
Well, here it is.
I'm actually not. I'm also on a phone right now.
I don't think it'll play for very long.
Who cares?
Check my hideout.
But look, the first comment is about Steve and Katie.
Quest line.
Steve said Katie's name.
When I get back into the office, please. Can one of you
say my name?
When he gets back to the office, someone DM him.
Can anybody hear me?
Didn't we listen to this one already about the office?
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
I don't know. Someone just said it.
Get ready to get it out of your system. Okay. Me, because this is the last time.
Yeah, this is last night's. This is what we did last night.
How do you know? Because every time he says this is the last time I'm talking about him.
I know. Yeah, I know the
how the
intro
fuck
to
do
it.
you know?
I know him by the intro.
Steve, I barely know him. He's no dummy and will show all his cards. I do think Nate may have gave him what Kyle believes is a loophole. Who's bed of bacon? Welcome. I don't think I have.
I'm just. I mean, if that is the case, it's impressively stupid by both of them.
Have you ever seen anyone get hung from a loophole? You're about to see it. That loophole's gonna hang his ass. I actually drove past Kyle's house the other day. Well, not literally, but like I was in the same area.
That's creepy.
Yeah. I'm near Charlotte. Maybe I should look. And then I was like, yep. I looked on Google Maps and while I was on the highway and I was like, yep, it's like 15 minutes away. And then I just kept driving.
No, careful, that's doxing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't really live there anyway. No one knows where he lives.
Because he's running from a lawsuit like a little bitch.
I called Kyle trying to skip the border to Mexico. I'm still waiting for that one. It hasn't happened yet. I think that had COVID not been blocking all the borders, that it's like COVID has been like a saving grace for Kyle, which is kind of sad when people are happy because there's like thousands of people are dying due to a pandemic. But on the other hand, with COVID, it's going to make it a lot harder for him to run to Mexico.
It saves his ass. I'm gonna be running to Canada. I'm not one for the heat. I'm too fat for the heat.
I love winter.
I used to like winter. And
see the way I look at it is I can take off only so many clothes, but I can put on a million clothes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's why I like to sleep with
Have
it
you
like
seen
a meat
those,
locker.
Have you seen those like 100 t-shirt challenges?
Oh yeah. On like Mr. Beast and stuff. I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, I don't like to be hot.
Crap load of t-shirts. Exactly. Like once you get naked, you can't take off anything else. Like there's no more clothes to take off to get cooler, but to cool yourself down. But vice versa,
PJ,
you can put
Henry, hey Law. Who else is here?
If you need to, you can also burn the furniture. You start a fire and make a wood stove.
You can always get warm.
Right.
Lighting a couch on fire would probably smell bad.
Right. But if you take off your clothes and get, body heat to body heat, that'll warm you up real good.
It's true.
It's how you save people's life in hypothermic reactions or whatever.
Yep. Hi, Puck. What are you whining about, buddy?
Who are you talking to?
Puck.
The dog.
Oh.
He's laying by the door and he's looking like he wants to go outside, but it's pouring rain. And it's like, it's raining a ton and then it's stopping. And then it's raining a ton and then it's stopping. And he doesn't like being outside in the rain. So if I let him out, he's just going to whine to come back in.
Well, he's got a super thick coat with that undercoat. So I'm assuming if he gets wet, he's going to be wet like all day.
Well, if it gets into the undercoat, yes.
Right,
He'll stay wet for quite a while. But he doesn't usually get the undercoat. Even if it rains pretty bad, it's usually not too bad. Because his undercoat isn't the worst, particularly on the top of his back.
Yeah. Well, luckily, Little Red's got a short-haired dog, so.
No.
Yeah, I got
He's a big dog.
A big old dog, and he doesn't like rain. But he loves to go outside, and then as soon as he gets out there, he's scratching the door, and I'm like, there's no way you pissed that quick. You just wanted to aggravate me.
Yeah.
I've noticed Puck whines because he wants people to hang outside with him. Like, hang out with me. I want to be outside with people.
Like, mommy.
Yeah, my kid totally goes outside with his friends, and that's when Cash is happiest outside. Because he gets to bark at someone.
Yeah. I got an English.
I am curious about people who think that that are like, well, if the thing gets overturned, like if the default judgment gets overturned, I'm curious to know why people think it could be overturned or why it would be overturned. Like,
right,
what's the percentage chance or odds? Like, what is in the favor of it getting overturned, right? Because there's, as far as I know, nothing.
And then if it does, then what's the likelihood that Steve still wins because Kyle's still in the wrong? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it's still going to go Steve's way. Look at the evidence. Like, they're fighting over scraps here. Like, it's over. Get used to it.
Wait, Kyle made all the decisions that led to the death of Non Sequitur Show and Steve burnt the channel down. LOL, what the fuck? That was the meme I made. That was the first meme train. That's the one I used to start the meme train when all the memes happened when it happened. It's the picture of the guy shooting and it just says, why would they do this?
Oh, wait, I know what we can do. Chesh, you can share your screen and pull up uni stuff and the tweets and things we can talk about. If Little Red just shares the
I can't pull up any of Uni's stuff.
Or not unis, the tweets we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
So that way we have visuals. Yeah.
Well, give me a second to swap to my computer, then I can set that up.
What, she's going to share something here?
Yeah, so then you see the tweets we were talking about where people were calling her not a female. The stuff you missed. We're going to go over the stuff you missed.
Assholes.
Oh God, it was just funny. It's just fun.
We're going to
Hey, Mother of Dragons. There's two mothers here, Mother Funk and Mother of Dragons.
Hi, moms.
I read that so wrong. It says I just finished 5 Guys, and I'm like, what?
Ooh. In a row?
Right. I'm like, wait a minute. That really just caught me off guard.
I had 5 Guys once. It was really delicious.
Yeah. They're expensive here, though. They're so expensive. Their fries are great.
Oh God! Isn't a fucking freaking burger? It's like going to Red Robin to get a burger, like $14, and the bottomless fries. They're not bottomless. That's a lie. It's really just a cardboard French fry container that doesn't have a bottom. You don't get more fries.
There is one in Toronto. 5 Guys.
Hey, One Warped Angel. I am seeing new people that could have been
Hi,
here.
One. How you doing?
They could have been here the other night when I was sleeping, but I was sleeping, so who knows?
That you fell asleep on stream was adorable. That's so funny.
Girl,
I tried to do my best.
The night before, Prolib and Steve, that whole night, the stream went till between 3 and 4 a.m. I was supposed to have gotten up at 5 to be at work by 7. I woke up at 7. I was late. Came home. I said, I'm not streaming. Todd said, no, we need to stream.
Yeah, that's my fault.
I waited until, what time did we start? Like 11 p.m.?
Yeah, almost midnight. Yeah.
Almost midnight, and I had to get up again. I was like late 2 days in a row. I got rode up.
Well, you had worked like 36 hours in 3 days and streamed for like 12 hours. And so like, there's not enough hours to sleep during that, boo.
No, man. Oh my God.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just switching over.
Okay. Yeah, you got to take care of yourself. You got to sleep, but
Sunday night was worth it though. It was worth the corrective action. Sunday night stream with Steve.
I got messages from so many people about how banger of streams we were having for like 3 nights in a row, and that like it was the best thing they'd seen on YouTube. And I also got a message about
it was like, killing me though, bro.
I know, I'm sorry, but like I got a message about how well I handled it and was taken up for you and like made sure that the channel was secure and safe. And I was like, thank you. I tried.
Man, I know, Todd, you're great. I have my subs taking shifts. Manya read a book about language for like 4 hours straight. She put some of my
actually really cool.
I think she put some of my other people to sleep that were trying. They said she has such a great voice.
I tried to make sure everything was set up before I had to crash at like 4.
Oh yeah, I heard. Like you totally took care of me.
I do what I can. I try. I do that for any of my friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what friendships look like.
Did Manya change her little name on
Twitter? Yeah, she did.
Oh yeah.
To what?
Club.
What is it?
I mean, her ad's the same, but it's the Bros Club, bro.
Peekaboo says all right. Peekaboo says is Todd the same as Todd unaffiliated? Yes, that's me. Yeah.
Okay, I'll send it again, Joey. Why is Joey getting a message that he can't join the stream? It's not a good link.
I know. It did it to me. Like you have to, because you sent a chat link and not a straight video. So once you're in the chat link, you have to click up in the top right where it says go video.
So I'm going to clarify something real quick for Mother Funk. It says judge may want to hear the other side to make a ruling. No, the judge has already made a ruling.
Yep.
What he wants to hear, the only reason there's supposed to be a hearing, what that's for, is for Kyle to explain why he's not in contempt.
Yeah, it's called a show cause hearing.
Yes. So it's not to hear both sides or anything. That time has already passed.
Yeah.
So.
They're not reopening litigation. The only thing the judge is allowing is in that same time span, since Kyle did put in a motion for it to be heard, they're going to hear why at the same hearing for his show cause.
Okay, Joey's here. Hey, Joey.
Which has nothing to do with the judgment that was already in place.
Yep, nothing. So trust me, I've been through enough court here in North Carolina to know. I wish I hadn't, but
oh my God, really? Is this guy back again?
Who?
What?
Oh,
Who?
for frig's sakes!
Who?
Oh, and before people say that I'm a
What's going
I'm a
on?
criminal.
Someone fill me in.
I'm a landlord. So yes, I've had quite a few lawsuits as a landlord. I had 27
Judge has
rental
made a
properties.
partial judgment, not a final judgment. Okay, do you know what part has been judged and what part hasn't been judged?
Who's saying
Don't
what
I
word?
can explain that. That's Mother Funk in the chat.
Mother Funk is a Unirock supporter, an avid Unirock.
Yeah, I
But-
can tell.
but
That's
wait,
why
I will say that I don't know, but I've had many people tell me that Motherfuck is a Unirock supporter, but that she also goes into other chats and she's fair. I don't know if I'm misspeaking, but I've been told that she is in several different communities and she's fair and nice and just wants to talk. So as long as she's respectable, I'm not going to I'm not going to knock her out of here. She's been totally nice to me.
There's no reason to. I don't have an issue with that. I'm more just looking to address their question.
And I'm establishing what camp.
Oh yeah,
it's not.
It's not a big deal. Oh right, I forgot. I pulled my phone open so I could respond to this moron.
I'm also terrible at there's so many people, and when you go from YouTube to Twitter, no one has the same name. I mean, everything I have is the same name, but I have people in my DMs from YouTube saying I'm so and so on Twitter. It's hard for me to keep up.
Right. Well, I've been.
Okay, I have a question here.
Okay.
Can Hempress? Can you explain how I doxed him? I put down something that said, years, employment from, 10 months, no employer named. I put a picture of 2 dogs. And then he's got another page, and on the top he describes himself, who he is, but there's no identifying information.
Yeah, we went over that live last night.
What's that?
Yeah, we covered that live last night on the screen. Like, we went over that. You didn't dox anybody.
I didn't know that you guys were even online last night.
Or night before.
No, we weren't. I was snoring probably last night.
Oh, no, somebody asked this question in chat. Who is this here? Hempress, the 91.
Yeah, I see. It says you posted his dogs and how many kids he has and stuff.
Yeah, that's just there's when you go to his.
You quoted his bio.
Page, that's his description of himself.
Yeah, it's his bio. It's called a bio. You quoted it. So what? Like, it's already out there public. That's not doxing. And yes, PJ, we do need to go over what doxing is, because the way Uni uses it and everybody, or Puny, and the way Nate, they stretch it for what they want it to mean. Like, that is not doxing. AT2 didn't dox, Chesh didn't dox, Little Red didn't dox, Jared, nobody doxed.
Okay,
like,
but
he said 5 people doxed.
So I keep getting told I doxed because
No, you didn't.
I shared a Manta page and I admitted it. I went back and took it down, and I said if I had it to do over again, I would not, because apparently there are people who think that was doxing. I wouldn't do it again. I would never do it again. I will never go to Facebook and share I didn't even share someone's Facebook page. I shared a public fucking page, but I won't do it again.
In reality.
So how long am I going to get called a doxer? I saw today that someone
forever, in perpetuity.
Someone, and I screenshotted it. Let me see if I can go find. Said in Unirock's chat the other day. Let me look. I'll tell you who said it. Little Red should go to jail for doxing KJ repeatedly.
What the fuck?
It happened one time. Let me see. The one that said its name. Hold on. I mean, is this going to be doxing when I say who said it?
Well, Deadly River says. Sorry, that doesn't actually say river. It's Revader. Yeah. Dudley says, "Did you type anything? Because typing is doxing." Chesh can confirm.
Yeah. Okay. On Unirocks.
No, God, no, Spurgy.
Kitty
no.
Kitty AB0417 said Little Red should be arrested for doxing Katie over and over. It was one post, one time, and I removed it. And I said the other night, I'm sorry I did it because it caused such an uproar. I wouldn't do it again. I apologize, KJ.
That information, was that public information?
It was on manta.com.
Oh, so that's public.
Unirock says it's a government mandated site that you have to have your information there. But but if that's true, why is her information gone from there now? I think it's more of like a LinkedIn account where you post it because you want people to better find you. I may be wrong. I don't know. That's why I removed it, and I apologize.
Right.
But I'm still getting called a doxer.
I think there's an issue that people don't actually understand. And now I'm not saying that these people are in this camp.
Honest,
they're absolutely stretching and bullshitting. But, however, I do think that in general, for like the general amount of people that use the internet, I think a lot of people don't understand what information is actually public when they post it.
Right. And all court documents are public. So if it's with the government or through the court, it's public information. So putting out Steve's info or Kyle's info about the court case, it's already in the public domain. None of that's documented.
Correct.
Manya said something in the chat.
KJ can make the same mistake multiple times and be forgiven, but anyone else, hell no. Right. It's a double standard.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, is Golden here? Hey, girl.
Did anyone see the post from Karma where she had said about KJ asking her to get Steve's IP address and criminal record and all that?
Oh, I saw some stuff today where KJ was asking people to get a lot of information about Steve. She asked someone who worked for a lawyer, could they get his criminal record? She was asking people for stuff. I mean, why?
We should put that, Chesh. You should put that up on those tweets when we get to the Twitter about you being male or female. We should put that tweet up too. We should go over those tweets.
What was I fixing to do?
Yeah, I've got it pulled up. Somebody was asking in the chat. My not so secret diary is saying, doesn't doxing have to have malicious intent? I would say technically not necessarily. You could accidentally show somebody's information. However, for the majority of people, or I shouldn't say the majority, depending on the context in which it's an accident, I might be skeptical if it is or is not an accident, because doxing requires more than one piece of information.
I'm going to grab some food, BRB.
I'm not doxing, I'm just typing.
Right. Because the amount of information that you need to put out on somebody, to think that it's an accident that you just happened to accidentally show all of the information that you would need to show to meet the requirements to actually be a dox, I would be a little bit skeptical.
I must just say, and Unirock makes excuses for her, Katie has doxed more people than is in this chat right now. And
she's also
because she deletes it, it's an accident. That makes it okay. It wasn't an accident when she put Jeffree Star's house, his tax card on the computer. It's still there with his address. I think it's Jeffree Star. It's one of those makeup gurus. I'm pretty sure it's Jeffree Star, if he's the one selling his house right now. How is that not doxing? If what I did to her is doxing, then going into the tax cards to get, or whatever, where he's trying to sell his house, that's doxing too. And Unirock just the other day said, if you dox someone, just apologize. Well, why am I still getting dragged? I apologized on my YouTube and deleted the text from May. or the tweet from May.
That guy you had on the other day, that the FBI guy, is trying to say that Steve bought subs because he went from 15 to 17 to over 17K subs and then suddenly stopped. But the only picture they've got is him having 17.4K and then consistently having 17.4K. That's the only.
Where are you seeing that?
On Twitter.
Oh.
This is the only screenshot they put, so there isn't any screenshot actually showing him the growth from 15 to 17K, and none of the numbers are even numbers. Like, none of them are like at that 0, which is what you kind of expect to see. And so, like, it doesn't actually, the screenshot doesn't actually show anything. That's really funny. Glorious.
From where?
It amuses me when people put screenshots up and expect people not to read or not to be able to understand how to read those screenshots. Like, they're clearly expecting
everyone.
They're clearly expecting whoever is reading this tweet of theirs to either just go along with whatever they're saying without even looking at it or not understand what they're actually looking at.
You don't have to, because he'll be trying to get back in here in a second. So you can leave it open. Sorry, I was talking to my kid.
If you have to defend doxing, you're probably doxing. Yeah, there's an argument to be made about
Who
that.
said that?
Bed of bacon. So there is something to be said for explaining whether or not something actually is a dox, right? So you're not defending doxing if somebody says you doxed and you're saying, actually, I didn't dox. However, I might not put this information out again later because it caused too much of a shitstorm, and I'm not down for that.
And that's what I did. I wasn't defending or making excuses. Like, I was told this was public information, so I shared it. And before I shared it, I went and checked that I could just Google it, and it was there. Everyone just shit their pants about it, so I removed it.
Hey, Mother Funk, before you go ahead and talk about somebody needing to prove lies, if you could go ahead and tell me what part of the judgment has been made of the partial and what part of the judgment hasn't, to then combine to create a final judgment. If you could please explain to me what those two pieces of information are, that would be fantastic, because as soon as you do that, it's essentially going to debunk your entire point. And then we can move on to the what is and is not lies.
Where'd Todd go? Oh, he said he had to get food. I had to take my phone to my son so he could order some Grubhub, and I stepped out. He said he was going to get food or something, right?
Yeah, correct. I like how they jump into what the fuck, I wasn't talking to you, Chesh. Yeah, I know you weren't talking to me. I know because you tweeted or you added exactly who you were talking to. What I'm asking is, before you move on to the next topic, please address the one you did start. Thanks. Much appreciated. You're also in a live chat in a video that I'm in. So that's just stupid. I'm debating on, I am going to tweet that.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's tweet it.
Nah, let's not. I changed my mind. I'm just not going to bother. I'm wasting my time.
And I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh my god, somebody else did it. Somebody tweeted the thing I was going to tweet.
I lost track of the chat. I suck.
No, you're good. It takes practice.
I mean, it's there, but I just wasn't paying. I had shit going on in my real life.
So Motherfunk is now putting laughing emoji okay, but if you notice, they're still not addressing the thing that they brought up. So we actually can't address like they can't address their own point. How long has it been? 30 minutes? Yeah, of course.
My kid's gonna get me copyright struck for playing music in the background.
Oh no. I can't hear it, so I think you're good.
Yeah, he's in the other room.
So let's see. Did you want to see the thing that was going on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find.
Just at me, maybe.
Well, I'm gonna screen share it so that way the chat can see it.
I haven't gotten any Twitter notifications today. That makes me feel unloved. No, I'm just kidding. That means I'm not in a whole lot of drama.
We're all just kind of romping around having a good time on Twitter today because there's like one or two morons that showed up and we're all just like, And it keeps showing me tweet is unavailable, but they blocked me. No. Aw. That's so sad.
Don't cry.
Oh, I'm so sad. No. Let me just take a screenshot of this real quick. What do you mean? Like they followed me today. Oh no.
You're scary, Chash.
Did we get the screen share up and running yet? Because I have a tweet I want to put up.
Yeah, I've got it going.
What?
I have to open it in another
okay. I thought you said you had to go. I was like, no.
She got blocked.
I got blocked by the guy who followed me today, and so they could tell me that I'm not a woman or some shit. I don't know. Yep.
I got some beef short ribs and some hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. It's amazing.
I got some Checkers coming.
Oh, Checkers is so good.
Some Grubhub. My kid ordered. I just said surprise me. He ordered me nuggets and Philly cheese fries.
I wish they had a Checkers up here. It's so good.
Y'all got a Jack in the Box though, don't you?
Yeah.
I've never eaten that one. I've never been to one. Last time I came home from the mountains, I said I'm stopping at Jack in the Box. I put it on my GPS. It took me to a damn daycare. I swear to God.
So Motherfunk is actually correct. It's accounts of financials. So the judgment about who owns the show and who owns on whether or not Kyle frauded and unlawfully took money is already completed, which means the only part of the judgment that hasn't been done. So that partial judgment is that judgment has happened. Kyle has been found to have committed fraud. And that he owes Steve money, and that Steve owns everything, all of the assets. The second half of the judgment, as to why it's not a complete judgment, is that he's supposed to turn over the books so they know and can calculate how much money Kyle owes Steve.
Yep.
Kyle has refused to provide that information and has refused to apply the first judgment. In what possible way would giving the books, the proper books, to the judge undo or change the judgment of who owns what?
It wouldn't. Yeah. If they had the actual proper books, it would have been a final judgment.
Correct.
Plus fees, and it would have been over already.
I'm doxing the fuck out of y'all.
No. No. The partial judgment could be set aside if the judge sees that is fair. What? What does that even mean?
I'm cramming food in my face, so please don't make me spit it out. Please don't make me spit out my food.
Okay, so let me just share screens real quick here for you guys. Let's do... There you go. So if you click on me, it will white box me, which will bring up bring it up.
Oh, my laptop's being an asshole.
Yeah. Take your time. We can't seriously still be discussing the mail, can we?
Discussing what?
Male, female. If you guys hear me eating, let me know and I'll turn my mic down.
So Bed of Bacon says several times Chesh said the default judgment said the default won't be overturned. How does she feel about, quote, the summons and complaint must be addressed to and delivered to the other party or parties at his or her home? Yeah, I actually read the entire paperwork on that. So I've read the full list of rules for North Carolina, as well as supplemental cases and a couple other supplemental cases that we haven't talked about on streams. If you would like my full, I mean, how I feel about it doesn't really matter. My understanding, or the understanding of the people in general, as well as, you know, Steve's lawyer that he pays, you can go check out the streams that are on Red's channel. Everything is on there.
And that's Red and Little Red. Like
that's Red's lyric, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, now I can go to this. My laptop froze up. Oh, look, how did you do that? That's neat.
I mean, why doesn't who is it? I think Peekaboo is correct, but if Mother Funk wants to come in here and make their case, I mean,
well, that's, yeah, I don't know. Ask Little Red on that one. But in the chat, the Organized Chaos says Todd can answer that one. He's probably got the most accurate perspective by experience. 110%.
Organized Chaos is my boo. That's my person.
Yeah. I've got all the experience, unfortunately.
The ugly red. Yeah, that one.
The
ugly one.
No, they say the ugly red instead of red. Little red or Little Red or Big Red.
So can you see my screen or no?
Yes, I can. And it goes away when other people talk, but I can see it.
But is it on the actual stream?
I'm not seeing it on the stream yet.
Yeah, I don't know how to share it on my screen.
OBS.
Okay. But don't have to have it somewhere. Okay, I'm on OBS.
The screen capture, you can select what you want.
I add the Google Hangout as my screen capture?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So is it a display capture?
Yes.
You can either set it as display or you can set it as a specific window.
Mm-hmm. And adjust the red box.
I'm fixing to dox my fucking self, probably.
Don't do that.
No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking.
And you have to hide your cover screen too, or disable the cover screen when you're done.
I don't know what you even mean.
Your extra black screen that just says extra. That's your cover screen that you use all the time?
Yeah. I have to, unlock it? I think it's fixing to pop up.
You just did.
Is this good?
Full screen. Quickly.
Do what?
Because the Hangout. Full screen quickly.
Okay.
Make it full screen like now. Because the Hangout is in the top of it, so you need to do it fast.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I mean, can't we kick them out if they join?
Yeah, no, we can't kick them out, but we can close the stream.
Or we can have a debate.
Maximize the fucking thing.
I did. It's full screen. There's a delay, bro.
I think 40 seconds of your mouse moving around the screen to not the button ain't a delay, but it's fine.
So you're gonna wanna click on me. So I'll have a white box around me, so that way I'll be the one displaying.
Okay, there you go, bud.
Cool. So, as you can see here,
I should have done all of that before I switched over.
Yes.
Yep.
Now we
But
know
at
for
least
next time.
at least you recognize it and you're learning. Good job.
Yeah, because today I read where someone said, "Look, she's so dumb she doesn't even know how to use her phone, and Chris Tucker has more viewers than her, and she did have like 50 more viewers than me a week ago. Now I have like 100 more than her. So suck it, whoever said that." And I don't wish any bad for Chris Tucker. I hope her channel grows and grows and grows. But apparently my unknowledge of YouTube hasn't stopped people from coming and talking.
And finding the truth.
That was a flying monkey, Red.
Brandon! Is that Brandon?
And you never said anything stupid like Chris Tucker did that will live forever.
Oh, no, you won't catch me being... No, I'm not going to talk about it. Never mind.
All right, so let's take a look here. So this is the tweet that Manya had posted. This is what it says, because people were passing around some prawn, saying that it was me, and I was laughing about it because a lot of people think I'm 17, so they're essentially encouraging revenge porn of somebody that they think is underage.
Yeah.
So this is the screenshot. So it says, "This is the lady who was threatening people with by saying she was gonna get like biker gangs on them or something."
Oh, Lorianne? Or yep.
Newsflash: nobody thinks you're 17. Jesh. Puking emoji. Revenge porn ? Even if I wasn't, like, even if they didn't think I was 17, it would still fall under revenge porn. Nobody wants to look at your nasty ass. Don't flatter yourself. Then why are you sharing porn of somebody that you think is me? This person. I doubt she had a boyfriend or girlfriend to give nudes to or video revenge porn is the least of her worries. You don't have to be dating the person to maliciously maliciously to try to put out illicit photos of them. So not relevant. Yeah, we already know it's not me, dumbass. Least of her worries. I don't understand these weird capitals.
Right.
Like, why? Anyway,
so it draws attention to the word, I think.
It should be read like, I doubt she's ever had a boyfriend or girlfriend to give nudes
or video
revenge porn.
Wow, that sounds like a middle school argument.
Yeah.
I'd be more worried that I can never get a job because of all this shit I did online with an old man. So here's the funny thing about this.
What?
The reason I would have to be concerned in the future isn't because of what I've said or done online. It's because of people like this who would actively be trying to attack my workplace.
Right.
If
like they did G-Man. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, right. Exactly. So I had retweeted this. And had said, and these are the people complaining about rape apologetics and how Steve treats women, right? So, like, the irony of these people complaining about how people talk to women, right? So the response I get, Chesh is not a female. Chesh is a female. She is not a woman.
What does that even mean?
It means, I don't know, but take it as a compliment. You're 17 forever.
Oh, God.
Greg, you ever noticed that Lorianne, she's always commenting on other women's looks, like she's all that, like she is like all a 10.
Have you seen her face? Oh my God, I can't dox. But
is that even a picture of her?
No, it might be, but a picture of her 6, 7, 8 years ago, not the same person. She's already
for someone who's supposed to be, she's always commenting on women's looks,
and she is supposed to be some kind of counselor.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I mean, quite frankly, how I look is irrelevant to whether or not what I'm saying makes any sense anyway. So it doesn't, I mean, look at Red's rhetoric. He's ugly as hell, and his channel does really well.
Well, I mean, it's all about being a blind follower.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter what we say,
Well,
what they say.
it's that this is the only argument that you have, which means you don't have an argument.
Right?
Right?
If
Hi,
the looks
Kino.
are the only argument you have, you don't have an argument.
So, okay, so this is what this person had said, and then so what does that even mean?
Yeah.
It means he's a misogynist and probably a bigot too. We can always apply the Steve dictionary to make any sentence mean anything that he magically wills it to be. Why bother saying anything other than to show others your assumptions? Use the dictionary. How is this an assumption?
Yeah, what the fuck?
This person is saying I'm not a woman, and therefore these things are reasonable things to say about somebody. If I wasn't a woman, these wouldn't be reasonable things to say about somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait till you hit my comment. It's down there at the bottom somewhere.
Yeah, super friendly. Let me show you this guy's bio. So, super friendly. Comedic commentary is my specialty. Oh, okay.
Is my comment posted up there somewhere?
Yes, I just saw Peony Cup.
I think you meant here was a lady/gentleman, not a man/women or female/male. Regardless, you're still the douche. That one.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, there it is. Then, so of course, Steve over here. If I can find him. Right. Steve over here has been going off about this.
Yeah, he pinned it on his. Yeah, he's doing what a good friend should do.
I mean, I appreciate it. So Chesh isn't a real woman. Let's see how long it will take for any of the woke warriors to swoop in to defend her. TikTok. I guess if Chesh was one of them, they would selective outrage much.
Yep.
So. Because I'm just scrolling through real quick because I know this guy showed up again a couple of times.
Oh yeah, trying to argue it. Yep.
Well, the thing is like keep in mind what they're referring to, like what they're responding to, and what they're defending. Right? They're justifying and defending
misogyny or
revenge porn.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. It's amazing how tough these losers are from behind a keyboard. Response, yes, you definitely look like the domineering type. I'm sure if anyone came across you in person, they would be petrified. Petrified, I tell you. So again, going for an attack on somebody's person.
Yep. That's what they did to me.
In a way that they're trying to defend revenge porn and misogyny at best.
It's always okay when they do it, when they dox, when they do. Oh, Katie Joy doxed them. Well, she was multitasking, so who cares? Oops, who cares?
Oh,
whatever people do, there's always an excuse and always a justification why it's okay.
I decided after a day of fun, so they've admitted that they're just legitimately trying to cause harm for funsies, to put them back on my block list. Figured when they went to throwing around rape threats. What rape threats? Who, where? Did you guys see any rape threats? That no one I know ever made ever. What? That I best put these people behind me. They really are best at a distance. So long, Steez. Chest hairs, ow, and Kelvin. That's you couldn't come up with anything better for Den Kennedy in space. Really? That's the best you got? Lame. All right. I mean, these two are pretty funny. This one's like, drop the ball. They cannot win on ethics and morals. What? This is what you're defending. Hold on. What? They resort to guerrilla tactics to keep the cult in happy order. It is plain straight up fucking nuts when someone throws the rape word around. Funny, I was actually a little shocked when I read it, but but should I have been? No worries. What?
Yeah.
What are they talking about? But I am gonna grab a screenshot really quick of them saying that they're decided to not talk about us anymore or to us anymore because that's not gonna age well.
While talking about us and to us?
Yeah. This is their pin tweet.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's so easy to pretend to be the good guy when you block everyone you made baseless accusations about and hide behind your little echo chamber where it's safe. Pretty sad way to spend an evening.
We're not in our echo chamber now. Come on over.
Well, I mean, they weren't blocked. This guy was this is Mr. Sirius. Mr. Sirius was saying this guy was in his echo chamber.
Oh yeah, I was about to say because we're not in an echo chamber. Bring that shit.
I'll be back.
Member only chat.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. No, don't leave me for a week. Don't do it. The internet will not make it without you.
Okay. I'm back. I had to go. My son said something just killed a mouse in the house.
Good.
Yeah, it's those poison bags I throw under the house because they plow the fields in my backyard. I live in the country. And I told y'all the other night I saw a mouse run through when I was sitting here. Yeah, I just killed him. He just died.
Oh, look, Unirock is live 20
Imagine
minutes
that.
ago. Where has the day gone? Also, I dreamed I died. If we could only be so lucky.
Well, I won't say that about him, but what the hell?
Oh, I'm the person. I'll say
hear
whatever.
This? Do you think someone's going to break into my house and scare me with that? Did y'all just hear him?
Yeah. In my opinion.
I wanted to bring that up because so deep in this conversation.
He weighs more than I do, too, by the way.
Really like angry or passionate or happy or whatever when they're talking.
The Grubhub people are scared to get out of their car.
Changing each other's minds. But everybody was getting along, everybody was friends, nobody got angry.
Oh, we're listening. I can't hear it.
Was really passionate about what they were talking about.
There you go. Louder.
Because of this, we drew so many awesome conclusions. We all learned a lot. We all challenged our minds. We all thought very deeply. This whole thing took like 3-4 hours for us to do this.
Yeah.
And it's made such a good video for me to upload. And in the same way, this dream that I've had that I told you about, that could have been a near-death experience, it could have been dreamt, or it could have happened during the near-death experience. The whole point of this conversation last night, the one about the cell phone and the societal change when it went into the hands of everybody, due to how quick it can be used, and that whole conversation, I just lost. Hold on. I'm coming back. I got distracted. Sorry, you guys know I'm walking around, right? I have to dodge cars.
Triggered.
That whole conversation.
Dodge the cars.
I lost my train of thought. I'm walking,
in the same way of arguing that conversation, right? Sorry.
You can't chew gum while doing it.
Dodge a car. Give me a minute.
One job, car. One job.
Let me just stop. Let me just get to the point because I know I'm giving a lot and it's hard to track because I'm sitting here walking at the same time I'm talking.
You're sitting here walking?
So with the dream I had last night, I have the same kind of question to the same degree that I had last night with that point. And that point caused probably, if not the greatest, one of the greatest conversations I've ever had on the internet. Because so much was learned, so much was discovered, so much was thought out, so much was argued. It was just one of the greatest conversations I ever had last night on the internet.
What is he talking about?
I think I've found the second topic that is equally as complex and is equally simplistic as that conversation, which the next topic I have is that dream that I brought up that could have been a near-death experience. all ties together because this is going to sound crazy, and I don't want you to judge me.
Just realize
Everything I just said was to explain this next sentence, okay? So don't judge me after this, because you're going to call me stupid. You're going to think, what? The entire conversation we had was based on a Joe Rogan quote, okay? I swear to God, that whole
he's name
fucking 4-hour
dropping.
thing last night was based on a Joe Rogan quote that I thought about and was like, holy shit, Joe Rogan's right. So Joe Rogan said, he said that the greatest evidence that we live in a simulation or that we live in a construct, which would mean
we're in the
we're
Matrix
here for a reason. So let me
Does he ever
simplify
have any of his own
the
thoughts
quote
or
to
anything? Do you
the
ever
greatest
come out with
evidence that we live
everything from somebody else?
in a constructed thing. Or
your
greatest-
mic's kind of
here,
muffled,
let me say
Joey.
it
I'm
like this.
catching half of what you're saying.
The best reason to believe that we
I
are
said,
here
does he ever come up with anything of his own, or
is the fact
you know,
that we
everything
live now
else is constant?
in the time
Can you hear him, Little Red?
time frame.
What? Yeah, I can hear him great. I can hear you, right?
No, Joey.
That has produced the most society.
Joey's coming in muffled for me.
Amount of time. Now I could go on for an hour, but I'll try to do it in a sentence. The reason why Joe Rogan is right, in my opinion, is because if you were, oh my God, it's so dumb. I'm going to say this again.
Yeah, you're so
But I
dumb.
want you guys to understand what I'm saying, so I'm going to say it.
You've been talking in circles
We're
5
all in
minutes.
Limbo. This is the theoretical question. So, well, regardless if you believe in God or not, or if you're an atheist,
This is
you have
purgatory.
to picture this. If we were in limbo, all right, we're all in limbo. We're all standing in limbo. It's just this big gray, empty place. And we are waiting for God. Okay, so God's standing there in limbo with us, and there's this big Mario pipe. And you
What
jump
the
on the
fuck?
Mario pipe, and it goes, tron, tron. Did I talk about this already earlier
What
today? I
the
don't think so.
actual
I'm not
fuck?
okay talking about God with you, right?
It sucks you down, and you're born into reality, right? And right before you do it, God says,
Is he high?
hey,
Yeah.
what time do I put you in? And you're going to say, well, why am I going down to earth? And let's pretend God says, well, I got to test you. You know, you have to prove to me that you're worthy to hang out here in heaven. I don't need to send you somewhere else. And I need to send you to the only realm that exists where you aren't going to know whether a God exists or not.
What the fuck?
And while you're there, you're going to have free will. So, you know, people are going to murder each other. There's going to be bad things that happen. But don't
Is he talking
worry.
about purgatory?
You have nothing to fear.
Yeah, he said reality's
When it's
purgatory.
all over, it'll be a good experience.
Having to sit through one of his live streams would be purgatory.
What time frame do you think, this is what God's saying to you, what time frame do you think is the most impactful time frame in human history? When the most change will happen in someone's lifetime. And God would eventually argue with you if you didn't agree with him, of course, or he
What
just
the
sent you down to
fuck?
earth after saying to you
He's high, y'all.
that the most
As a
societal
giraffe's
change, the
ass.
biggest
Let's pray for him.
society changes the most when the biggest things happen. When you have the potential to go down to a free will earth where anything can happen, but yet God wants you to have the potential to live one life.
Recline. That's funny.
What he needs you to experience so that he can test you
Oh my
would
god.
be now. Now, the things to argue against it and all that were
I'm
many.
about done.
Like, of course, the argument was everybody thinks that, and that's true. Everybody thinks that, even back in like when they were like, you know, in the Stone Age, when it moved into the Iron Age.
Oh Jesus.
Everybody said the greatest societal change happened when we discovered steel.
I definitely
Oh my
think it's
God,
a caveman.
we discovered copper. Oh my God, and we discovered a telephone. But I do think that a logical argument is there to say that the internet is the last major spike in societal change, and the shortest is every other societal change, most likely, outside of a tragedy like war or a meteor, is going to come from.
That's his two societal changes, war and meteors.
Neural network link put into your head, or like there's not many other places for it to go after the internet. The internet could get better, but the time when the internet changes the most people is when people first get exposed to the internet. And the reason why the smartphone, basically gave the internet to everybody, from the poor to the rich to the disabled to anybody at all can get a smartphone, and they do. The smartphone does everything. It's like a magic little box that you hold in your hand. You can call anywhere you want. You can watch anything you want. You can see anything you want. You get me?
You get me? You feel me, bro?
You hold of the magic handheld box that you take everywhere you go is the thing that when every single human being finally gets one of those magic boxes in their hand, all in like a 2-month period, is when the most societal change happens and the biggest impact.
It's connecting
I know I just
people.
repeated myself, but I think I said it the second time far greater.
Better?
Anyway, my whole point is, and we're going to start having a lot of these conversations because it makes really good YouTube content, and because it makes people think. And I like YouTube content that makes people think. And even if it's the dumb point, right? I think that's the basis of my content on YouTube.
Yeah.
I love silly things. I love dumb things.
Shit.
My comedy, even my dumbest comedy, typically has some point behind it. So that it's a little bit, oh, ha ha, I see what you did there, right? And I want my content to be that way too. So
you don't have any content other than
like
Steve.
With the first topic that I told you about societal change, the cell phone, and arguing it and discovering it and all this. I think discussing dreams and what dreams do to people is another example of
okay, I'm not high enough to listen to this.
Remember,
yeah, I don't get it. This is no fun.
Yeah, I'm not high enough for that.
I think he's high. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What even? Why is he talking about that? What is going on?
Apparently, he had a 4-hour stream last night talking about it, a Joe Rogan quote or something. And now they're going.
I
over
like Joe Rogan until now, so thanks for fucking that up for me, Uni.
A near-death experience he had in a dream or something like that. I wanted Chesh to run over the tweets we did or whatever, but I wanted to see if she could set up the other half of the Periscope so we could finish off from where you fell asleep. And if we can get your computer to set up to do it, she's Mia right now. She's missing in action. But if we could set up your computer to do it tomorrow, that'd be great. I don't know if your computer can handle that much stuff going on at the same time. I may need to bring one of my servers over there or one of my desktops for you to use. Do you have an external keyboard or mouse or monitor or anything like that?
I mean,
my center.
I think I probably have some keyboards. If I don't, because I had a whole box of shit. My kid that built his computer, but if not, I'll go buy one.
Okay, because I can bring you one of my server rigs that'll run everything for you. I just have to get it all set up before I bring it, but that way you can run OBS and screen captures and the live and do video encoding. You know what I mean? Like you can do it all. So that way your thing won't die. Like your laptop won't freeze up and die because you'll have enough computer power to actually run it. And yes, Golden Unicorn, when I get in tomorrow or tonight, I will download that and chop it up for you and give you your story time.
What are you talking about, Tom? The new crystal ball. What are you talking about?
Oh, the Crystal Bill. That shit was hilarious. They put a goatee on her.
Oh, God knows.
I
saw that.
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. I can do that from here. If that sound quality was good enough, I can just do his Periscope from here. Hang on. Okay, this is it, I think. It says, okay, this is the one where he's talking about Kyle Curtis, Nate, and ProLib. They're all going to be added to a show every Friday. That was 21 hours ago. Let's see. Which one were we in the middle of? I think it was one of the Steve Doxed Menace ones. I think that's what we were in the middle of.
I can send you a link, Todd, where you could download it because I downloaded it and then put it into a mega file where if you want to just download it, you can just download it.
That's how I got it the other night. It was a mega file.
Do that, yeah.
And I do have that downloaded. If you want to send it to me, I can try it again.
Yeah, or you can.
But I don't want to hear him talking about God because that makes me feel dirty.
Yeah, it's still in the same place, but I'll send Todd the link. He can just download it then.
Yeah, do that, and I'll try. I mean, I can do it from here. I just don't think I can pause it correctly, unless. Hang on, this might work. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it working.
Have there been a lot of trolls in the chat tonight that y'all have had to boot? Because I'll be honest, my kid and my cars broke down, 2 of them today, and my kids in and out about some Grubhub, so I've missed so much chat. But I just saw Marie say, now we must act foolish like trolls or something.
Oh my God. Oh God, that looks like heartburn on a plate.
Oh, you just saw my... I texted a picture of my chili cheese fries to Todd.
It looks delicious, but it looks
I ate like 3 forkfuls, and I am D-O-N-E.
D-O-N-E.
Yeah, Cash can totally eat those later.
Can I get some sweet tea and a sandwich?
Don't make fun of my voice.
No, I'm for real. I like it. It's sassy. It's sassy. I'm from the South. What are you talking about?
I hear you, neighbor.
I like it.
Do y'all hear Todd flirting with me?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I just peeking.
I don't know what you speak of. All right, okay, go back to the Periscope. Yeah, I wish I could figure out how to download the Periscopes themselves. That would be great.
Marie thought I said mods coming to visit. Y'all be jealous. I said Todd's coming to visit. Y'all be jealous. She read it wrong. Because everybody says, Chesh said, I listen to Unirock's chats if he has Todd's voice.
Hold up.
Here we go. Can you hear that?
That doxing is illegal, and Steve still said it wasn't illegal. He said something like, you're lacking context.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Why do you think they block it on Twitter and YouTube? Why do you think people get in trouble when they do it? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You're never going... If your goal...
Yeah, just okay, stop, and I'll pause it.
Okay, stop. I keep hearing... I hear different. I hear a lot of people saying it's not illegal, and I hear people say it is. I think it's terrible taste. I'll never do it. I'm saying, is it illegal or not? Can somebody go to jail for it or not? Because
I think there's a federal law somewhere about something, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Joey, if you can Google that, I'm not.
You're talking about doxing, though?
Yeah.
Is there federal law only if you're in the government or if you're a news agency? Then then it's illegal to dox those people. But I think there might be a couple of states that have it, but as a general, like in almost the vast majority of states, no, it's not. There is no federal doxing or anything else like that.
I see people getting doxed on Twitter all the time.
by Katie Joy.
Yeah.
Okay, I sent you the link.
Okay, is my voice too loud now that I have?
Nope.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go.
Look at Menace, for fuck's sake. Look at all the other people they've doxed and lied about, and it's all about image to them. It's all about how they look. It's all about what. It's all about even people that hate them. They care what they think. And they'll sit and say, no, we don't. And then they'll do
live
stream for 15 hours about how they hate.
What?
I said, is this live or is it?
We're live.
No, we're not streaming him live. This is an
okay.
He's not live, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, he is live, but this isn't the live one, no.
Oh, okay.
This is the middle of the first one. This is from when Reds went to sleep on us. This is the other half.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
ProLib pulled up proof that doxing is illegal, and Steve still said it wasn't illegal.
Okay. To that point, Joey just addressed it.
Yeah, it's not. It's like you can look it up. There's no federal law. If you saw what
Someone said it was state to
ProLib
state.
like one sentence. He didn't say if it was from a state. He didn't finish. No law is one sentence law. He's like he read the number, but like I said, it's only applies to. I think it's just Congress, but I'm not sure if it also applies to state representatives.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a new thing that they need to put out laws. You know what I mean? Like each state's getting their own laws. Like it's such a new concept that they're trying to deal with it.
Like I could see California as a state having it. It's going to be more, what's considered a progressive state. They might have such laws, but not anywhere else.
Right. So Canada, California, New York.
Yeah, that's. I don't think it's in New York. It's not in New York, so I'm not sure. I have to check that again, but.
Okay.
I agreed to do videos on it. And I've told the story too many times, but the short version, there you go. Only other thing I'll...
Okay. We're doing okay, stop.
Yeah. But see, this is my point, guys. And this is the perfect thing to use as the point. It's not going to matter. Okay? Hear me out. It's not going to matter. Right? I found clips that prove they didn't have a 50-50. It didn't matter. They're still saying it.
It's provable.
Okay, stop.
Provably.
Yeah, I need to see these clips. I need to see these magic clips that prove it's not a 50-50.
So I can show you a clip real quick. You want a clip real quick?
Yeah, that proves it's not a 50-50.
Do it.
Oh no, it's definitely the opposite of that.
His evidence is this. Did you see how Kyle talked to Steve? Does an employer talk to an employee? Co-owners talk to each other like that? No, that's how an employer talks to an employee. That's his evidence.
Right, and if you have Steve's private DMs between him and Dragnaut about the GDC, it's obvious that Steve is the owner of the GDC and is looking for help from his admins. Like, you know what I mean? So no, he didn't steal the GDC, and no, he didn't steal the NSS. Like, I have all the info in my inbox from Steve, copies of the DMs and everything else. I'm waiting for him to let me release it live on my channel or on Red's channel. But we're waiting, you know what I mean? Like, I have a plethora of evidence, receipts, etc. But until the stuff is out of court, I'm not going to release it. But I have it all from Steve because I asked him and he gave it to me. Go figure.
So I have this. I threw up a link for you guys. It is a mystical, magical link that goes to all of the base non sequitur show stuff when it was going down. So there's 3 videos from Kyle that were on the non sequitur show. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Steve on Steve's channel, and 1, 2, 3, 4 from Reds. Although one of them has a broken link that I have to get fixed, and I gotta get a hold of Reds to get that fixed. But it essentially just means like one of the links I have is wrong somewhere. I'm just not sure where it is. They're color coded based on who posted it. Then the date that they aired, and there's also an order. So if you want to watch them in chronological order, you follow that order because that's the canon, like what order they happened in, not necessarily the order that they were released in, because the order they were released in was a little bit different for some of them. So like Death of the Non Sequitur show happened like pretty early on, but it wasn't released until a little bit, stuff like that. Also, if you look at the bottom left, there's tabs at the bottom. If you go to updates, there is all of the updates that have happened with the Non Sequitur show so far. I have one that I need to add from Reds, and that's just the recent one that went live the other day. I'm trying. By the way, it only has ones that are like people directly involved. It doesn't have any of like the commentary stuff in it. So it's only videos from Kyle, Steve, Reds, and one from me. And the only reason there's one from me there is because Reds didn't have access to his computer because he told you guys that he was doing that move and stuff on his last hangout or whatever. Or whatever that was. That happened during that time. So that's why it was on my channel. Oh, and it's got the video length for anybody who cares.
I have to hold my finger in a very weird way to make this thing pause, so I'm going to unpause it because my finger's cramping.
So, it's crazy because their defense is, we are not the ones sitting here yelling and screaming and putting people down and doxing and flipping out. And while they're flipping out, screaming, yelling, doxing, and doing it all. So
I'm just a projection machine.
They don't go in and dig through everybody's fucking shit and try to count their dogs and kids. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Joe.
No, I don't know. Do you count your chickens before they hatch? Is that what he means?
It's like dropping the kids off at the pool. What's he talking about?
He's talking about Joey digging through his bio.
Oh. Is he really complaining that somebody read his bio?
Yeah, they're saying that's doxing. Quoting someone's bio is doxing. I gotta grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Todd's going to get a beer, y'all. Maybe oh my God, what a drunk.
How dumb can you be? Oh, you still have me white boxed, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
I mean, how dumb can you be? Let's refer to Unirock.
I'm gonna post this again in case anybody really wants to link. Here you go. If you want like some really solid evidence, whether it was a 50-50 or not, Death of Non Sequitur show has Kyle saying and agreeing it was 50-50, as well as in the updates are all the interviews with Kyle.
Hearing that Katie was doing this, I agreed.
Sorry, my finger got tight.
I've helped people many times with that. So, anyway, finally, after hearing that Katie was doing this, I agreed to do videos on it. And I've told the story too many times, but the short version, there you go.
Yeah, you've told it so many times you can't remember your lies. Okay.
Finally, after hearing that Katie was doing this, I agreed to do videos on it.
You'd be consistent, right? He's not telling the same story every time. They're different stories every time he tells it.
And he's saying, finally, after Katie asked him a million times, now he's doing stories on it. Motherfucker, you were doing stories before anybody ever asked you. Like, nobody had to drag you in and hold a gun to your head for you to cover something.
All striking people. Now, I have a fucking hatred of that kind of shit. Stop. I've tried to help many people who've been falsely...
Okay. Did he just say something about false striking? Are you for serious? Motherfucker. Okay, he didn't do it, but I got false strike last week. And he's talking about...
And finally, the thing that caused...
Good.
Grr. That's all I gotta say. Grr.
He had asked me to cover the Katie story, and I said no many times because I was busy with other stuff.
Never happened.
What stuff were you busy with, Uni? Go look at my channel. Scroll back to around September and October, going into November of 19. Go look at my channel, you know? And
for how long? Like a year now? Okay.
Also, I'm sure. I mean, people have found the clip before. I just saw the clip not that many months ago. So there are people out there.
Oh, so you can't find your evidence? Okay, cool.
I just saw the clip not that many months ago. So there are people out there who have clips of him asking me to cover it. So here's what fucking happened for anybody who doesn't remember or whatever. He had asked me to cover the Katie story, and I said no many times because I was busy with other stuff. What stuff were you busy with, Uni? Go look at my channel. Scroll back.
Yeah, how come we can't
I
find?
can't hear you.
How come we can't find it? Where's his crack investigating team?
You're right, Joey. I don't know what's up with your mic, but the start of what you say I can't hear, but by the end it clears up. So I don't know if it's just me or you.
Ago. So there are people out there who have clips of him asking me to cover it. So here's what fucking happened for anybody who doesn't remember or whatever. He had asked me to cover the Katie story, and I said no many times because I was busy with other stuff. What stuff were you busy with, Uni? Go look at my channel. Scroll back to around September and October, going into November of 19. Look at my channel, you know? And I had said no, and I'd went on his show. He invited me on his show, and I'd hung out with him a couple times. And finally, the thing that caused me to say yes was the fact that he was telling me that Katie was false striking people. Now, I have a fucking hatred of that kind of shit. I've tried to help many people who've been falsely struck. I've helped people many times with that. So
wait, don't we have proof that Katie was asking people to go false strike?
Yeah, there's a screenshot of that.
Yeah, and karma and stuff like so we have proof of that.
Been falsely struck. I've helped people many times with that. So anyway,
where has he helped people many times? What people have you helped?
Katie, Joy.
I agreed to do videos on it. And I've told the story too many times, but the short version, there you go. Only other thing I'll say is I told him I'd need to get his side, and then I said I was going to go talk to Katie to get her side, and it like shocked the fuck out of him that I was going to go talk to Katie. So that's where it all
not what
started,
happened.
provably because he asked me to.
Okay.
That is not what fucking happened. I was there. He asked Unirock to join us in this shit, or Unirock. I don't know how they got entangled, but Unirock went live without talking to Steve, and Steve was saying, stop, stop, stop. After we were all live together, and Unirock wouldn't shut the fuck. I've never seen Steve so frustrated that he took his headphones off and just stopped.
Yeah, it was when
mad.
Unirock was.
He just wouldn't
it was when
shut
Unirock
the
was
hell
talking
up.
about those. It was when Unirock was talking about the screenshots that we hadn't verified yet.
Right.
Yeah. Which he says are provably fake, but they're not. That nobody's proved them fake.
Proven shit.
Nope.
They haven't been proven either way.
Because the person didn't want to come out.
Right. Well, the thing is that you'll notice that one of the things that happens a lot is that people say that me and Steve or whoever were the ones blasting these screenshots everywhere, but you can see on that video and subsequent videos when Uni does make these claims is that he was the one that Steve and Manya both tried to stop from telling people that these were verified actual screenshots because we hadn't verified them yet.
Mm-hmm. Go figure. He was running with what he was told as gospel.
Right, which nobody said.
That's all you're going to get. That's it. Look at Menace, for fuck's sake. Look at all the other people they've doxed and lied about, and it's all about image to them. It's all about how they look. It's all about what... It's all about, even people that hate them, they care what they think. And they'll sit and say, no, we don't. And then they'll do fucking streams for 15 hours about how they'll create.
Okay, our stream went from 5 hours to 11 hours to now 15 hours, Little Red.
Did he just say that out loud?
He's also saying that there's more than one. And yours was an incident where somebody fell asleep. That wasn't like...
Well, no, this happened after the fact. So he's not even talking about that. He's talking about the stream that actually went for 4 or 5 hours the other night.
It was 6. 6 hours, I think, but I missed what he said. What he said, it was 15 hours?
15. Yeah, he was commenting. Okay, so it went from 5 or 6 hours to 11 hours to now 15 hours.
Oh, well, he can't count. We know that.
Oh, and Manya's saying, Todd, he has helped people who got struck but doesn't know how to strike a stream video. That's true. That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
I gotta go pee, y'all. I'll shut the door and wash my hands.
I mean, if he wants to talk about fake, like false striking, how about the fact that Kyle used the non sequitur show channel to strike Steve?
Right, that's
non sequitur show channel that he was granted by the court that belongs to Steve.
Right, he swears that was legit somehow. Like he literally swears that was somehow legitimate.
That's all you're gonna get. That's it. Look at Menace, for fuck's sake. Look at all the other people they've doxed and lied about, and it's all about image to them. It's all about how they look. It's all about what. It's all about, even people that hate them, they care what they think. And they'll sit and say, no, we don't.
It just feels like projection.
Who's weighed in on the story. I mean, fuck, dude, if you don't know why they do it so the other people who think about covering this won't want to deal with that shit and will say to themselves, who gives a fuck about this stupid story?
Again, projection.
I'm going to have to deal with all of this. It creates the block. It's the block of fair commentary. It's worse than what flat earthers do. Fuck, I sat there and goddamn made fun of flat earthers for a year. I did a nightly show where I laughed at flat earthers and sob sits and other people for an entire fucking year.
Oh, and Menace in his chat just said, it's funny how that these people are hiding behind sock accounts and VPNs. It's funny that they would know that because we have to, because if we don't, we get doxxed.
Steve saying Katie's name last night.
Oh, wait, hang on. Let me rewind that a little.
Ever fucking tried to goddamn dox me or anything like that.
Who was it that you said that in the chat?
Menace.
The Menace to Sobriety? Menace to Sobriety has confirmed multiple accounts to get around people blocking them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why is he using Menace to Sobriety? Why isn't he using his own account?
His legal name?
Right. It's double standard.
Look at all the other people they've doxed and lied about, and it's all about image to them. It's all about how they look. It's all
okay. I'll fast forward.
They'll create sock accounts and shit. They'll go around and fucking troll, menace me, anyone else who's weighed in on the story. I mean, fuck, dude. If you don't know why they do it.
Menace. Wait, who the hell has even watched what Menace has said? I didn't even know the dude had a channel.
Right, like it's literally he made a channel just because Uni for 2 months was like, you guys should make accounts and cover it too. Like we need to get the story out there and And he's got one dude to do it, or actually 2 if you count Stooge and 3 if you count Keon. But yeah.
This.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Somebody in the chat just said Kyle's DMCA strikes on Steve's channel got overturned. They didn't get overturned. They expired, which essentially means that Kyle struck the channel. Then Steve fought the strike. And because Kyle didn't take it to litigation for copyright, which is what you need to do. Kyle didn't do anything with court. Weird. So it went away, but that doesn't make it not a fault. Just because he got the strikes removed doesn't mean they weren't false strikes, and it doesn't negate the impact that somebody who is in court with somebody else just had on somebody's income and production for a month.
It creates the block. It's the block of fair commentary. It's worse than what flat earthers do. Fuck, I sat there and goddamn made fun of flat earthers for a year. I did a nightly show where I laughed at flat earthers and
okay, I just think it's hilarious that they're in the chat there keeps popping up screenshots, the little camera emoji, and I know that's me in little red.
Where?
It's worse than what flat earthers do.
In the Periscope.
I sat there and goddamn made fun of flat earthers for a year. I did a nightly show where I laughed at flat earthers and sob sits and other people for an entire fucking year.
I want to
And
see that.
they never did. Not one of them ever fucking tried to
I
goddamn.
think it's on his main channel.
That's all they've been doing ever since fucking I criticized Steve McRae, and every other person who's done it, that's what they do.
I'm sorry, hold up 1 second. How many videos has Steve made about uni?
Solely about uni, 0. I mean, there was
0.
one venting maybe, but it still had other shit involved.
He's come up as an example or come up where we've addressed something that he said, but none of them are about uni.
No.
How many videos have I made about uni or Katie? I made one video.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
I've done interviews with people. But that was about them and their experience with Katie, not about Katie. So, and how many videos has Red Rhetoric made about Rock? One, two,
one.
maybe.
Two,
after the fact. Yeah. And so, how many videos has Uni made about Steve?
1.87 terabytes.
And how many right? And how many people make videos solely based on Steve and about Steve?
6
and
people.
how many of videos have they made? And like this is like not ridiculous.
Manya said that's
Something
all Jason. Yeah, that's all Jason has got. Childlike behavior or making fun of people. He cannot use his brain for anything logically. At Todd, Minutes tried to misrepresent me and has been stalking me. Oh shit. And he seems to be okay with people being racist towards me. Yeah, that's fucked up, Manya.
I saw that on Twitter.
Oh, that's fucked up what I saw on Twitter. It made me mad. Big mad.
It is the last one.
Sorry, my thumb slipped.
Go on on YouTube, and they want me to sit and talk about all this forever and play their game. And
that's what you want us to play your game, bitch.
I'm not doing it.
So he said he's not going to go on YouTube and talk about this forever. Okay.
He's been doing it until I came along.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we finally, like the 3 or 4 of us finally start doing shit on your channel to rebut him. So we get 4, 5, 6 voices of rebuttal. And would it take 3 or 4 days for him to finally flip out and say, I'm never talking about it again.
You know
and
what?
Since then, he's made 6 more Periscopes.
You know what triggered him the hardest? When he put out that part 2 video and I did the...
Yep.
That triggered his laugh.
Yep.
And then he found out about it
real quick.
during a live.
Somebody's got the copyright system backwards. No, if Kyle strikes Steve, then Kyle needs to take it to court, provided that Steve counterclaims. So the way it works is that Kyle struck Steve counterclaimed, and then Kyle would have to go to litigation, get a lawyer, get like whatever proper paperwork together to demonstrate to YouTube that they are actually taking the copyright strike to litigation. Otherwise, it gets dropped, and that is what happened. It wouldn't be on Steve to take Kyle to court for a counter strike. Now, that is not to say that information hasn't been passed to the lawyers in regards to the non sequitur showcase, because that could be considered like intimidation or tampering with the case. But I don't know. There hasn't been any kind of ruling on that yet.
Keyword. It's coming. Yeah. And then when it's done, all this shit that I have will come out, and Steve and etc. Like, it will all come out.
You can go live and sit for 7 hours and talk about how fucked up Unirock.
Oh, now it's 7 hours from 15.
Periscope was again.
Wait, let's rewind that like a couple seconds.
Earthers for a year. I did a nightly show where I laughed at flat earthers and sob sits and other people for an entire fucking year. And
in the chat,
they targeted Steve.
Okay, yeah, in the chat they said they look foolish talking about their good credit and having guns.
Worse than what flat earthers do. Fuck, I sat there and goddamn made fun of flat earthers for a year. I did a nightly show where I laughed at flat earthers and sob sits and other people for an entire fucking year. And they never did. Not one of them ever fucking tried to goddamn dox me or anything like that. That's all they've been doing ever since fucking I criticized Steve McRae and every other person.
Who the fuck doxed Uni? Oh wait, is he still bitching about AD2
Discussing, and
saying that he had his info?
Oh, and by the way, I know I'm giving them what they want right now. I know I am.
Oh, yeah, no, look, I know I'm giving them what they want right now. That's what he's saying. Here we go.
Oh wait, TP Seeker, the Truth Seekers, TP Seeker said, think back 10 minutes ago. Jason's all over the place. He's touching every topic that has most clicks, from religion, flurfdom, NSS, doxing, what's next, COVID? Someone's grasping at straws for donos.
He's got to do something to keep the views up. We know his views drop like a motherfucker. He's not talking about Steve.
No, I'm giving them what they want right now. I know I am. They want me to do a stream. They want me to go on Scope. They want me to go on on YouTube, and they want me to sit and talk about all this forever and play their game.
No, we want you to shut the fuck up. That's what we want you to do.
Oh, somebody said
nobody wants to play with you. Jesus Christ! What do you understand about this?
Hang on. Somebody said, to be fair,
I am.
Little Reds was talking. Hang on.
Do a stream. They want me to go on Scope. They want me to go on these other. On
somebody
YouTube,
was.
And they want me
to be fair, Red was saying she has guns because someone is threatening to dox her. Okay.
And I'm not doing it. This is you can
say it like that.
Your last one. You can have one more hurrah. You can go live and sit for 7 hours and talk about how fucked up Unirock's Periscope was again.
Okay.
Okay, no, to be okay.
We've done that for the past few days.
I said, to be fair, I said I have guns if I need them if someone comes to my house. I also have a restraining order against my last roommate because he's a psychotic motherfucker. And I've also, that other little troll is saying that I said he physically threatened me. And I did hear the clip. I said physical, and I stopped. He's never physically threatened me. He made me feel threatened on YouTube, but in comments before I ever had a YouTube channel, before I ever knew him on Twitter at all, he scared me. He never threatened me. But if people are going to threaten to dox me, let them know I got guns. Because
why would they want? Yeah. Why would they want your physical address if they weren't threatening to come do bodily harm to you?
And if they come here, they're going to get shot.
Right, exactly. Like the end of story.
And in North Carolina, I have that right. Come on my property, I can shoot you in my state.
That's castle law, bitch.
And Katie's name last.
Oh, hang on. Here we go. 17.
Just like Steve McRae and every other person.
It's so sensitive. So,
they want me to go on Scope. They want me to go on on YouTube, and they want me to sit and talk about all this forever and play their game.
We don't want you to talk at all.
And I'm not doing it.
Go on Scope. Like he's cool.
Log in is your last one.
Like that because
you have one more hurrah. You can go live and sit for 7 hours and talk about how fucked up Unirock's Periscope was again.
Okay.
Hey, we're doing that now.
So people obviously want me to bring up Steve saying Katie's name last night. Well, for anyone that thinks that Katie doesn't have an agreement with Steve, Katie already took the clip and sent it to her lawyer. Why would she do that if there was nothing there? And all you got to do is listen to the clip. For fuck's sake, the minute somebody showed me the clip, because it's on Twitter, fucking, the only reason he said her name is because I was, the thumbnails I make are.
Oh, yeah. Okay, listen to this. The only reason he said her name is because of Unirock's thumbnails, and he did it because of, Unirock's been saying, say her name for like 6 weeks, and he finally did it because of Unirock, He did it in response to a comment that was in his inbox. He set the record straight. He said why he did it.
Just listen to the clip and show that Unirock is completely wrong about what he's saying.
You can go live and sit for 7 hours and talk about how fucked up Unirock's Periscope was again.
It's so difficult to get the timing right on the sound.
So people obviously need to bring up Steve saying Katie's name last night. Well, for anyone that thinks that Katie doesn't have an agreement with Steve, Katie already took the clip and sent it to her lawyer.
He doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
There was nothing there. And all you got to do is listen to the clip. For fuck's sake, the minute somebody showed me the clip, because it's on Twitter, fucking, the only reason he said her name is because I was, the thumbnails I make are just for fucking shits and giggles, guys. They're just for fucking shits and giggles. They're just jokes.
Here he goes. Watch.
I made that I made that thumbnail, say her name, because somebody else had did that hashtag on Twitter. Maybe it was ProLib. I don't know who it was.
It was you.
And everybody was joking about it. I was just continuing the stupid joke.
I love how he says
I was
everyone.
just kidding, bro.
I love how he says everyone, and it's literally him and Rach. It's him and Rach. So it's him on two different accounts, and that's everyone was saying it. It was two people.
Joke. He looked at it like, oh, Uni's telling everybody I won't say Katie's name. Well, I'm finally going to do it.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Regretting it now.
Yeah,
because
sure.
Katie sent it into her lawyers, proving that you do have an agreement with her, for fuck's sake.
How? What?
Yeah,
How does that prove any? What the fuck? Wait, one more time.
And
What?
everybody was joking about it. I was just continuing the stupid joke. He looked at it like, oh, Uni's telling everybody I won't say Katie's name. Well, I'm finally going to do it. Yeah, and you're regretting it now because Katie sent it into her lawyers, proving that you do have an agreement with her.
No. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Can we count the number of assumptions that you have to make for him to do that? Steve has been doing videos about math. Like,
and I have not been to one of them because I don't. No, it's not my subject.
I mean, if it does make you feel any better, I am not very good at math either, but he's doing it in a way that it's pretty easy to. So if you don't do math and you don't understand math and you're like at high school level math, it's actually pretty easy to follow. But you need to like sit down and pay attention.
Well,
if you want to learn it.
Nowadays, a third grader comes home with homework, and you're like, what the fuck is this? They're counting.
What am I looking at?
They're learning how to add by counting dots that they put on the numbers they write. I'm not lying. I had a fourth grader.
Well, it's also like, look at Uni's proof is I said so. Is that's proof? Yeah.
Provable.
There's no proof of it. I said that. Oh, shit.
Say her name, because somebody else had did that hashtag on Twitter. Maybe it was ProLib. I don't
know. It was Rach.
And
it was you doing it under another account.
I was just continuing the stupid joke.
Right.
He looked at it like, oh, Uni's telling everybody I won't say his name. Well, I'm going to do it. Yeah, and you're regretting it now.
I want to update you guys real quick. Remember I was showing that guy's tweets on fucking earlier, and he blocked me. I was showing the tweets on incognito. Yeah, he made his account private.
Oh, he put the lock on it. That's funny.
Happened last night. Let me just go ahead. The stupid joke. He looked at it like, oh, Uni's telling everybody I won't say Katie's name. Well, I'm finally going to do it. Yeah, and you're regretting it now because Katie sent it into her lawyers, proving that you do have an agreement with her, for fuck's sake. And so here's what happened last night. Let me just go ahead and, I did the hashtag a lot in your chat. Well, that's fine. That's what the point is, right?
Oh, and somebody else said, with the 4 videos now Little Red has done, it's close to 13 hours. And like literally Bull and I were talking about NSS, Jared and I were talking about Uni. Then the next night, Steve and I were talking about ProLib. You know what I mean? Like that, it's not all on Uni, but trust me, when I get my channel running on just Uni, you'll see how many hours I do just to beat his 1.8 terabytes. I'll put out 4 terabytes, bitch. I got an 8 terabyte hard drive. Let's do it.
Accepted, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
At it like, oh, Uni's telling everybody I won't say Katie's name. Well, I'm finally going to do it.
I'm finally going to do it.
Yeah, and you're regretting it now.
He has to have some inside intel that no one knows.
Yeah.
Have an agreement with her, for fuck's sake. And so here's what happened last night. Let me just go ahead and, I did the hashtag a lot in your chat. Well, that's fine. That's what the point is, right? So basically, Steve is sitting there. And he starts reading. He says something like, this person's a big YouTuber. Or this person's a big creator.
I don't know who he wasn't talking about Uni.
On the side note, can we talk about how hard Uni has gone after people like you two and me, when his numbers, especially if you put them together, like are more than 10 times the amount of people we have subscribed to our channels combined?
And then
Okay, also, can someone answer Mother of Dragons question?
The question is, I would like to know
Yeah.
if there is an RO. I don't know. Confused as hell on that. But how does that restriction from saying anything, saying the words Katie Joy or KJ on the internet, it wouldn't.
yeah, there is no restraining order. The restraining order is gone.
So,
He just
well, it was
doesn't
never even a
wanna give her the
restraining
time of
order.
day.
It wasn't.
temporary. Yes.
Yeah, it was a temporary restraining order. It's essentially, a temporary restraining order comes to effect in where they filed for it as a protection measure. It's an automatic thing. So if you file for a restraining order, a temporary one goes out automatically as part of protecting people and as part of right out the gate kind of thing. But yeah, so that it's been, and it's as far as I know, it's been dropped.
It has, because they have open litigation. No one's going to speak on it because they're in a lawsuit. You know what I mean? Like same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go get one on Cheshire right now. Like I can go
pretty
to
much.
and say she's harassing me.
I thought
right. It's essentially it's the people. The irony is the people that complain that Steve shouldn't talk about non sequitur show stuff going on because it's open litigation are the same people who are bitching that he's not talking about Katie Joy.
Yeah, right. Like how fucking stupid do you have to be? Like don't. Oh my god, don't give them.
I'm enjoying watching Ryrez be like purposefully obtuse or stupid. So you're either being stupid because you're stupid, or you're being stupid because you're being purposefully obtuse. You can resolve a copyright strike by waiting for it to expire after 90 days. Got it. No, you have to file a counterclaim. Did you not hear me the first 3 times I said that? You're a dumbass. How about this? Go file one against somebody. Go make an account and file one. Make 2 YouTube accounts. Make a video and strike your own and see how it works.
Yeah, and we got 30 minutes till Steve comes on with his over under. So let's try and run through the rest of this real quick. There ain't much left.
They're just for fucking shits and giggles. They're just.
I can't hear you. What? Sounds like you're underwater.
Litigation between Steve and Kyle, right? There's no litigation between KJ and Steve, right?
Yeah, there is open litigation in Minnesota or wherever. Where
I thought she
Katie,
just corrected it. Said
no. Yeah, no, it's because their courts are closed still or whatever. I think it has been filed. It's just not on file yet. Like it's happening. It's just their courts are closed. So like, I think it hasn't showed up yet. But as far as I know, supposedly it's gonna happen. Unless they work something out.
Yeah. Warrior T said they chose to make a deal outside of court where they both don't talk about it. He didn't fight it. Where did he get that information?
Ryrez, you lost charitability by acting like a sea lion and being a sea lion for the past year. On top of that, you lost most of your charity with me when you harassed Ilya Moon in DMs.
She still has to serve Steve and serve what's her name? The lady, Sherelle. She has to have service on both of them, and once they get service, then the paperwork will be online for everybody to see. But until service happens, it's just.
I love how I just said that word. Okay, I made it. How many hours? How long have we been here?
Without saying Freon?
Without saying Freon? Yeah. Okay, so
he sent
KJ a tweet that said he finally said your name in my chat, and she said, "Thanks, got it, forwarded." Like, fuck you, bitch.
I also enjoy the claim that that's charitable as fuck. Love it. After I was charitable enough to answer them 4 times, and they 4 times dodged around whatever I had actually said, ignoring the other half of what I said. Welcome to sea lioning. I would recommend that you guys, if you're curious about that, go and look at a video called "When Do You Lose Charitability?" When do you lose
Paste
Yeah,
that link. Paste the link.
So here's what happened last night. Let me just go ahead and
Shit,
for anyone
I
who
lost
thinks
my
that Katie does, Katie sent it into her lawyers, proving that you do have an agreement with her, for fuck's sake. And so here's what happened last night. Let me just go ahead and, I did the hashtag a lot in your chat. Well, that's
he's
fine.
gonna lie about what happened,
right? So basically, Steve is sitting there, and he starts reading. He says something like, "This person's a big YouTuber.
It was a DM.
This person's a big creator." Now I don't know who he's talking about. I don't fucking know. And he goes, he starts. It's almost like he's reading a tweet or he's reading it about
DM.
I don't know what it was. And he says, Steve McRae harassed somebody on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter, and then started to finally do it in real life and got a restraining order under the Violence Against Women Act. And then Steve says, then the person, this thing that Steve's reading, Steve reads it and says, what was it?
Yeah, you don't even know.
Stay away from him. He is a disgusting leech. Something to that effect. Steve says, well, that's just not true. There's so many problems there. That's a lie. And he said something like this. Now, you're going to have to watch it yourself. I only saw it once.
Come on over to Little Reds.
And he says, fuck, what was it?
You don't even know.
There's nothing restricting me from saying anyone's name. And he realizes he can't say that without it being more evidence that he is restricted. He caught himself in a word loop. He's like, I'm not restricted from saying anyone's name. So the response he knows the response is going to be, so why the fuck haven't you said her name then? So he says,
why would he give her the fucking satisfaction?
He said, I'm setting the record straight. And then when he responded to it, he didn't say someone. He said Katie Paulson. And then he continued with his fucking statement. And then Little Red, about 10 seconds later, said, oh, he said her name on my channel. And then they clipped it and took it. So
Katie
Oopsie.
It's fine. There's nothing illegal about it. He said, and I quote, like, I'm allowed to respond to misinformation.
And on Twitter, and then
from his lawyer.
Finally do it in real life and got a restraining order under the Violence Against Women Act. And then Steve says,
like you said, he's only watched this once, and he's paraphrasing horribly.
What was it?
And he doesn't even know.
Stay away from him. He is a disgusting leech. Something to that effect.
Yeah, that's.
Steve says, well, that's just not true. There's so many problems there. That's a lie.
It is.
And he said something like this. Now, you're going to have to watch it yourself. I only saw it like once. And he says, fuck, what was it? He goes, there's nothing restricting me from saying anything.
He said,
and he realizes he can't say that.
Now, here's a lie.
More evidence
that
he is restricted. He caught himself.
Have a good night, one.
He's like,
night.
I'm not from saying anyone's name. So the response he knows the response is going to be, so why the fuck haven't you said her name?
He's just adding a bunch of bullshit.
So he says, Katie Joy Paulson or something like that.
No.
Katie Joy. Right?
He said Katie Paulson.
He'd already said her name before in that stream, I guess. And
no, he said it once.
Said oops.
In response. Nope, didn't happen.
But the point is,
he didn't say oops.
Did he tell you what happened? Now, he read that tweet.
It wasn't a tweet, it was a DM.
Somebody saying that he got an RO, it got transmuted into an agreement, and that he can't talk about Katie anymore. Did he explain what happened in court? Did he explain what happened with the RO? Because he was the one blasting that shit.
Yes, he said that the RO is no longer there.
Oh.
And it wasn't.
And it was a TRO anyway.
Right?
He straightened all this out.
So, of course, he publicly put out information about the RO like 90 times.
Shit.
So my point is, of course, if
90, I didn't know you had that many fingers, Uni.
Stop talking about me, Claus.
Right.
I'm the one that put it out there repeatedly, okay? So we've established now
here come the lies.
That it's his fault that people talk about his problems with Katie, right? And the fact that this all happened from his YouTube content is the issue. But the other thing we can establish is, what did he answer? He read what this guy said. He says, that's not even true. People have been lying.
He was setting the record straight, genius.
Not even true. People have been lying about me. Katie Joy Paulson, pretty much, right? So, my point is, he either did one of two things. He either doesn't have an agreement with Katie, and he's just been being quiet this whole time.
Ding, 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 ding.
No fucking sense.
Which makes no sense. Right.
We know for
a crazy bitch on the internet is suing you for defamation and other bullshit, but you would keep talking about her because that makes more sense, right? Logically, provably.
Doesn't have an agreement with Katie, and he's just been being quiet this whole time, which makes no fucking sense. We know for a fact that he has an agreement with Katie.
Where do you know that for a fact?
Hasn't been able to address Katie.
Exactly. Like, where's he getting this information from? Katie?
Yeah.
She can't get a story straight about fucking real shit.
Yeah, about her neighbor.
She can't get a story straight from like her own life. I mean, you're sitting in a situation where you could give her an article to read the article verbatim, and she'd still get it wrong.
Yeah, like that's how hilarious this trick is.
He either doesn't have an agreement with Katie, and he's just been being quiet this whole time, which makes no fucking sense.
That makes perfect sense.
We know for a fact that he has an agreement with Katie, and that he hasn't been able to address Katie without the RO being refiled. We know this for a fact.
Okay,
so what did he do last night? He pushed the boundary. He broke the agreement.
Know that something is true if you say it's a fact at the end.
Yeah. He pushed the boundary. He broke this non-existent agreement
that he agreed not to do. He wanted so bad to lie and convince everybody of a lie that he was willing to fucking bring up her name and start a bunch of shit between their lawyers that are going to end with Katie filing, to get the RO re-put in, and he's going to try to fight it again.
There's no RO put back in. Like Chesh said, it's not an RO. It never was. It was a TRO. I could go get that against anyone right now. And I can't.
Jason hasn't got a clue. Jason hasn't had a clue since before I met him.
Oh my God, somebody said my name. Let me go get a TRO again. Like, that's really going to look great. Fucking retard. Excuse my language. I'm done with him.
He pushed the boundary. He broke the agreement. He did something that he agreed not to do. He wanted so bad to lie and convince everybody of a lie that he was willing to fucking bring up her name and start a bunch of shit between their lawyers that are going to end with Katie filing, to get the RO re-put in, and he's going to try to fight it again, and it's just going to be a big fucking mess, right?
What lie?
Yeah, that's not like he's just making shit up out of his ass.
So my point is,
here's his point.
Why doesn't he just get up there and be honest with YouTube? Right?
With YouTube?
Honest with you? Wait, hold on. Honest with YouTube? What does that mean? He needs to, does he mean YouTube the viewers, or does he mean YouTube the company?
I don't know, but I think
I honestly don't know which one he means.
There's no telling with this fucking retard.
Katie without the RO being refiled. We know this for a fact. So what did he do last night? He pushed the boundary.
Sorry, like if I tap it, it jumps.
Like if he wants to try to claim that everybody else is lying about him having this agreement with Katie, why doesn't he tell us what really happened then, according to him?
Because there's ongoing litigation. When it's over, he'll tell you everything.
Because then every logical person out there will take the two claims, Katie's side and Steve's side, and put them up next to each other and try to figure out through the evidence that's there which one's right and which one's wrong. Right?
We do that.
He didn't do that.
I can't wait to
Instead, because people joke about say her name as just a silly joke, a meme. He just thinks saying her name is.
Oh my God. Jill Graff said Katie's side is the only one that makes sense.
Get me?
Jill Graff in the chat said Katie's side is the only one that makes sense.
Okay, for us nonsensical
evidence is there. Which one's right and which one's wrong? Right? He didn't do that.
Oh, look, somebody in the chat said, Uni, you're blatantly lying. Oh, he got kicked. Hang on.
Side and Steve's side, and Put them
I'll
up
read it
next
when
to
it
each
comes
other
up. Hang on.
and try to figure out through the evidence that's there which one's right and which one's wrong.
Uni, you're blatantly lying saying Steve doxed Menace. Can you please fix that so they don't have ammo? Yeah, his Periscope stream says Steve doxes Menace. That's what it says.
Wrong. Right? He didn't do that. Instead, because people joke about say her name as just a silly joke, a meme, he just thinks saying her name is... There you go, everybody. Get me? I'll go ahead and argue with her lawyer, and I'll go get back down on my knees and beg and say I'll never
get back down on my knees, right? Because he was on his knees in the first place. Sure.
do it again, and I'll go through all this trouble again just to fucking say her name once, because then maybe I can own the libtards, right?
What?
Oh, man.
I don't know who uses the term okay, whatever. Ryrez is begging for my attention really quick, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, congratulations. It looks like you actually do understand how it works. Therefore, why were you being dishonest to ask questions in the manner in which you asked those questions?
He's a dishonest interlocutor.
Uh-huh. Sea lion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna fix it. I'm not blatantly lying.
Oh, that's he's answering the thing. I'm not blatantly lying.
Dox him? Okay. Well, Steve can fucking criticize the person that did it and ban them and denounce.
If Steve doesn't denounce and ban and make a video against Joey, then Steve did it. Follow that logic?
He has 100% not denounced a single dox that's happened from his friends or his people, and instead vehemently makes excuses for them doing it, to the point where he stares the law in the face that tells him doxing's illegal and still tells you that it's not, so that you'll keep doing it. So no, I'm not blatantly lying. You can fuck off.
Yep.
And you don't have to worry about it.
He got blocked.
You don't have to worry about it anymore. The only thing you're going to get out of me revolving around this disgusting
And there
story.
you've got Ryrez admitting that, yeah, he was in fact doing that. Funny, though. Yeah, huh? Yeah, you're here to just try and stir up shit because you think it's funny. Congratulations.
Yeah, it seems real legit, Amy Lou.
The creepiest, most perviest, most disgusting fucking story on YouTube
is you having children.
That is Steve McRae. You don't have to worry about me anymore. But you guys should celebrate tonight. Grab my scope. Play it over and over again for 12 straight hours while you yell and scream about how virtuous all of you are, right? About how better you are than everybody else.
Nana of 7 in his chat said, using kids, that's Steve's modus operandi.
Because Steve docs
No.
Menace.
Time out. Stop it. KJ uses her kid to accuse people of using her kid. I've seen everywhere where Steve dragged her kid, did talk about her kid. No, he didn't. He questioned that. And I go to my YouTube, go to my Twitter. She actually posted a video of someone who bathed their kid and said, does she look like she needs to have her mom bathe her? No, bitch.
Mother Funk, that's a glorious question. Thank you.
Mother Funk. Mother
Yes,
Funk
sir.
is my... I know they don't like me, but they're fair.
Little Red, you're 100% correct. Katie did the exact same thing Steve did. Katie did it. It was okay. Steve did it. It's a big fucking deal.
Steve didn't do the same thing Katie did, though. Exactly. Well, yeah, he did.
No, it was. I mean, it was.
He said you can't see it. What is it?
Well, actually, if you want a really good example, when Unirock was explaining the Creepshow art stuff, when he was saying that, it was Chesh. Chesh has been harassing Creepshow, and he started walking that back and went to say that, if it was Katie, then she was just reaching out to collab. But if Chesh did it, it was harassment. I was like, okay.
She was talking about Katie, provably.
Provably.
She didn't say.
Provably.
Yeah, it's because she didn't say who it was. Then provably it's Katie. Because logically, why
Todd.
wouldn't she say who it was?
Can we find a
Yeah.
different word to use besides provably?
Yeah, I was just trying to make fun of what he would say it was. Like literally, that's his storyline that he would say. I was imitating. But yeah, we could say provable. Is that better?
Yeah. And let's use a real word.
Right.
And if he will not, block Joey and turn Joey into the platforms and report him himself, he's just encouraging it to happen again.
Okay. Wow. They got people standing up. Steve didn't dox minutes. How am I lying? Yeah, he got booted. There's somebody taking up for Steve.
It'll keep happening. Katie will keep getting harassed instead of criticized.
Hate fake people too. Steve didn't dox minutes. How is that not lying? How's that not lying? It doesn't say Steve didn't denounce Doxer. He's still arguing about the title to the string saying Steve doxes menace. That's how he got people in the string. He had 160 people in this because of that.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get kicked out for not doxing anybody. I didn't dox anybody. He doxed himself for some reason, but I should have been kicked. I should get kicked off of all these platforms and whatever else.
Yeah, we've only got 6 minutes left, and then
This is the same
Steve's going.
thing that they. Yeah, this is the same thing that they said when people were like, "Oh my God, Steve doxed Agrippa." No, Agrippa fucking put his own information out like an idiot, and then said that Steve was the one who doxed him. No, nobody went and got your hidden information. Nobody went and got your private information. You put the information out yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you were trying to dox other people, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Arm was a bitch.
And this stupid argument will continue on forever because he wants it to. That's where he makes his money. There is.
Oh yeah, Christine Geary 7. He's a sicko bringing kids into it. KJ would never do that.
It is easier to prove this way, generate this YouTube revenue by attacking people.
Yeah. Yeah.
KJ would never bring kids into it.
The only person who ever brought kids into it was KJ.
Yeah.
That nasty bitch.
Here's your sign.
And leeching off their subscriber bases.
Leeching off their subscriber bases. He's
That
a
sounds like
projection
Hero.
machine. Yeah, the man is a projection machine.
Y'all like, sub, and
goal.
hit the notifications, please.
Yeah, like, share, retweet, all that good stuff.
Prove that, then it is the globe Earth. And there's a lot of evidence of the globe Earth. There's video evidence of the globe Earth.
There's video evidence of KJ using children.
There's video of evidence of KJ saying that she would flirt with and like harass young boys when she's old. Like,
Right?
I don't know what you want.
Oh God. And then this person says, Katie hates Steve. She wants him to stop talking about her. She hasn't said anything about him for months.
Steve doxed Menace.
There it is. Steve doxed Menace.
Steve doxed Menace.
Oh,
Steve doxed
poor Menace.
Steve doxed Menace. Steve doxed Menace. Steve doxed Menace.
Do you know that if you repeat the same lie over and over again, you might just start to believe it?
That's it. He's brainwashing people. That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit! What are those old song and dance numbers called? You know what I'm talking about on TV?
Mother of Dragons. I'm hiding from my ex. Okay.
Oh man, that would have been funny if I could remember.
Oh God. Kitty AB417. I hope Menace gets the Royal Canadian Mounted Police involved.
Wait, what?
They're hoping Menace calls the RCMP.
About what?
Steve doxed him.
So false reporting again, like we talked about the other day with fucking the FBI guy.
Pro FBI.
Who, by the way, I still haven't heard back from on Twitter about me going on to his show that he offered.
I'm gonna be on his show Friday in that chat and Sunday.
Menace is going to call the RCMP because he posted his own screenshot of where he lives and posted his own name instead of what I posted, which were pictures of his dogs.
So let me get this straight. He put out his own private information into a public domain, and then you quoted that public information and omitted specific parts to make it better. Okay.
And then he decided to put his full legal name and decided to take a map screenshot of his street and his home and told me to come get him.
Yeah, because he's and then he claimed you're the keyboard warrior. You're the one hiding behind the keyboard.
I didn't want to bring this up, but he actually answered, Mother of Dragons was in the Periscope, and he basically said, I've been in and out of prison long enough. I'm not worried about, anything. So
great.
I can see why he kind of react that way. He's, I'm not against the alpha male. If you're a tough guy, that's okay. I don't have a problem with guys.
Normally, tough guys have small penises and insecurity problems and issues.
I don't know if you could survive prison. You got some kind of
Has he been
something
in prison before? He has, right?
He said he's been in prison of his adult life.
I wonder what he did there.
1 in 3 people in this country have been in some sort of incarceration. Because although we have 4% of the world's population, we have 25% of its incarcerated people.
It's almost like we judge people based on their current behavior for the most part and give people the benefit of the doubt. I mean, Kyle has a felony already under his belt and Steve worked with him for a year. Never came up, was never an issue.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, though.
Steve McRae is the person that's done all of this.
Oh, now people are in the chat saying Steve doxed Menace? Oh, or Joey did. I thought Joey did. Wait, who doxed Menace? Yeah.
Menace doxed Menace. Menace doxed Menace. Menace doxed Menace. You're welcome.
Says Uni knows. Wait, what did it say?
Steve McRae is the person that's done all of this.
Uni knows he's on the back foot, which is why he is replying. You should do a YouTube stream.
Yeah.
And then another person. No, he didn't dox him. Joey did. I don't understand why you keep saying Steve did.
Just hate Steve. Yeah, I hated him so much. I was friends with him for 8 straight months.
I hated him so much that okay, listen, Uni doesn't know what friendship is.
How much does Steve know who I am? Steve doesn't even know who I am, but somehow he directed me to do this.
Yep. Did you see that, Joey?
Okay, so here's the thing. If Steve, let's for the fun of it, let's say that
it says Joey D is Steve's troll. Everyone knows it. He did it under Steve McRae's direction.
Okay, so let's say that's true, just for the lulz for a second. Let's say that was true. If we follow along that line of logic, you still didn't dox him.
Right.
And on top of that, if we're going to go listen to Uni, that means that you had to submit your driver's license, tax returns, all your personal information, including your address and contact phone number and place of residence and place of work before you could be one of Steve's designated trolls, right?
No, that's to be a mod in Unirock server. You have to do all that in his Discord.
Wait, no, actually, you need to do that on his fucking what?
Proven. Yep.
What? No.
From his 12 mods that left, that has been said numerous times.
Oh my god. Okay, so you mean I was right ages ago when I said anytime these people accuse somebody else of doing something, it's what they would do in that situation. Yep. They're either currently doing it, have done it in the past, or are going to do it in the future.
Projection machine.
Damn it.
It wasn't the fact that I saw what he was doing and I called it out. No. I just hate him. Everybody who fucking calls him out, they're just blind haters. Doesn't matter how specifically they tell you their issues.
He's getting triggered by the chat comments for real.
Yeah, he doesn't like the chat's not agreeing with him.
Doesn't matter how they fucking...
You can't kick them fast enough.
They make it to where a 2-year-old could understand it, but you adults out there still can't wrap your minds around it, right?
He's a 2-year-old.
I don't know. I think that's a a slight to 2-year-olds. I've seen 2-year-olds with better behavior and better manners.
He's got no info. Uni has no info.
We've got 6 months.
So Joey, someone who hasn't doxed anyone else that we know of, all of a sudden doxes Menace out of nowhere yesterday, right when he pissed off Steve McRae horribly. And I'm sure Steve had nothing to do with it. We have to record Steve McRae. We have to record him doxing Menace before we'll believe it. But when it comes to Steve, we have to believe all these crazy claims that he makes every day about everything.
Is Joey D really Steve on an alt account then? I'm confused.
Is what? What did you say?
Somebody in the chat said, "Is Joey D really Steve on an alternate account?" Then I'm confused.
No, his fucking voice. He's on here on his voice. You dumb fuck.
They were in a chat together all the time.
He has got a goddamn. He is from the north. You can hear his Boston accent. Joey, unmute yourself, motherfucker.
Joey, you did this on Twitter while we were live with Steve.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that sounds like Steve, don't it? Yeah, hey.
I'm not.
Hey, Steve.
I have a Jersey accent.
I may or may not have been on a lot of streams and calls with Steve over the past year, so I may or may not know what Steve sounds like, but I'm pretty sure Joey doesn't sound like Steve. This is the same thing they said about the Without Any Crystal Balls commentary account and me.
This is the same when they said that it sounded like me threatening Katie's life at that brewery when it really sounds like fucking Sunny Bum.
Yeah,
or it might sound like Jason's girlfriend. Or it might sound like that other bitch that worked on patios with KJ, but it ain't me.
I'm convinced that Uni has essentially written one script, and all he does is change the names around when it's convenient. Like it's the same. It's the same thing every time, and he just mad libs who he's talking about. It's all the same story over and over and over again, and it's all the same deflection, and it's all the same tactics. It's the same story. Oh well, this person is actually this person. Oh well, this person is actually this person. They make you do this and this.
Doesn't he sound just like Steve?
Same thing.
You just heard him. It's not like y'all haven't heard Steve talking.
Kitty ABO, the RCMP will contact Homeland Security.
What?
Shred of it. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's a comment in the chat that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, when men contact them, have to contact Homeland Security to get a hold of Joey.
And sure. Oh, sure.
You know there's a charge for wasting police resources, right?
It should be. And it should be, as a person who has a stalker, it should be illegal to waste police resources because I have a motherfucker stalking me. So.
Well, it sounds a lot like remember when what do you call it? Puny was saying that, the FBI is researching the secret troll group, and the FBI
so much
is
like Steve. Can
we report Unirock for false advertising because we're still waiting on that documentary. We can actually sum this up in under 2 hours. That would be fucking nice.
At Little Graph just said, Uni, they're talking about you being a liar and a psychopath. Oh, the irony.
I think Uni's crying in the shower.
When did we say psychopath? I mean, it's provable that he's lied.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a psychopath, though. I think he's just an asshole.
A narcissist and a sociopath.
I gotta take off, though. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, yeah, I'm going to Steve's in just a second. I'm going to that live. Yeah, I'm coming. All right, bye. We got 5 minutes left. Let's run through it, and then I can go to Steve's over under to be in that chat.
Man, I'm gonna go grab a tea. I'm not far anyway. Why not? It's just nonstop, man. It's disgusting. All of this is based on
Christina Geary, Menace. Police don't like it when kids are involved. I'm sure they would do something about Joey.
Perverted bullshit thrown at a married woman. I don't know how you all didn't realize. All the people that defend Steve, we might have gotten away with a little bit of defense if Katie would have been single. But him doing the 6 things that he says and does to women for 5 years on the internet, ramping up more disgusting and perverted and sickening as time goes on. Doesn't work with a married woman. I'm sorry.
The fuck are you talking about?
On that, and that's the backbone of this whole damn thing. You realize if he would have never started attacking Katie Joy, most likely we would not be here right now. The community.
Steve is claiming he never talked on the phone or text Katie. Courts don't lie. No, but the bitch who filed the fucking order can lie and say that he did, but it needs to be proven in court. Dumbass.
He would not be as fractured as it is. Well, yeah, of course he is. Of course Steve will fucking claim that. He's gonna do that. This is what he's gonna do for months, guys.
That he was never in a chat or a phone call or a text with her. It never happened.
They can fucking talk shit about me as much as they want.
Oh, we're gonna.
I'm not a lolcow like him.
Oh, you are.
Ever since I started on YouTube, I've had people talking shit about me. Seriously.
Yes, Amy Lou, I'm reading comments in the stream.
You think Steve's any different? He is the actual hater. The hater is the one that does it for personal reasons. The hater is the one that does it because they're jealous or because they want what the other person has. I'm going to tell you this. You don't
jealous much?
Me. You can believe the opposite if it makes you feel better. People live in dream worlds all the time.
Yeah. He's straight a projection machine. Reds, you still in the chat?
Oh, yeah. My dog ate my french fries. I'm mad.
Yeah. All right. Well, we only got 4 minutes left in this, and then I'm going to jump over into Steve's, and then we can come back on live later if you want.
But there is nothing that Steve McRae has that I would want.
Bullshit.
Liar.
I wanted views. I'd go back to my main channel and put out content for 38,000 people.
You can't. Why haven't you done it in a year?
If I wanted views, I would go back to my main channel and put out content for 38,000 subscribers.
He's triggered.
Yeah, 100%. He's triggered like a motherfucker. His chat has triggered the shit out of him.
It's just too
I
much.
think Little Red triggered him.
It's just fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
Which is funny because I don't even have 300 subs yet.
Here's why we did it. Here's why they said we did it.
I've got 239 subs. Why is I so triggered?
This is why we did it, Little Red. We did it because we fear Jason. It's desperation. Don't stop the YouTubes on this, please. That's why we're doing this. It says censored cyclist.
Said who?
Censored cyclist.
In my chat, they said that?
No, I'm reading the chat from his.
Oh, okay.
Told me they wouldn't dox anyone else. I'm just too fucking dumb for my own good.
Yep.
Well, not anymore.
That's a soundbite.
I'm not saying that. Well, I know you don't mean that, but I'm not saying Joey is Steve either.
Now he's correcting.
You guys know that. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. I just want to make sure I put that provision out there.
In the last minute of the stream, he's saying it. To cover his ass.
Behind all of this.
Oh yeah.
He's behind all of it.
Sure.
He's behind all of it. All of the targeted harassment, the doxing. But Uni,
because Steve is live on his over-under show. I don't want to step on his toes. Plus, I want to go to that chat.
This shit. He's not ordering it. He's not telling him to do it. You know, it's just normal for somebody to not stand up when a member of their fucking inner...
It says Steve is the puppet master. I heard Joey's voice. He's definitely not Steve.
circle.
I can't text you while I'm using my phone for this.
People that don't criticize them.
I can text you in a minute now.
Okay, so Menace got fucking doxxed for criticizing McCrae.
What?
Menace didn't get doxxed for criticizing.
Is that why you doxed him?
Who doxed Menace? Let me talk. Who doxed Menace? I want to know. Because I saw some people threaten to dox him, but I didn't see anybody. I've got all of Menace's information.
Yeah,
I've never shared it.
He's saying that I have, but
But
like I said,
did you share it?
No, none of his. All I did was, like I said, I put pictures of his dogs. He's got a LinkedIn, and he says he's working at a company for 10 months.
I saw him dox himself yesterday, and he told his whole name.
That's what happened. He got all pissed off that I posted all of this stuff. He posted his name. He posted exactly where he lives, and he told me to show up if, basically, come fight. Or
keyboard warrior, that shit. Yep. All right, we got a minute left. Oh, sorry.
It just has nothing to do. And Uni didn't even look at which post my stuff is underneath. It's a post where he screenshotted something that I posted in Nate's chat comment section. So because he posted, it's under my Uniblab Twitter, and he screenshotted a screenshot of a comment I made in one of Nate's videos in his comment section, and that's what he's replying to, and that's where my replies came, and that's what started. And he has, if you look at Menace's Twitter, you will see him talk about me like 2 or 3 times. And I finally responded. So it has nothing to do with Steve whatsoever. It's that he's always like, because he knew I was Joey D. Probably, I guess he told him because I sent Nate a private message. So I guess he must have told him that I was Joey D. And so then he's posting my name, Joey D, in his into Uniblab, and so he knew who I was, and I responded to it, and he's saying that somehow that means that Steve directed me instead of me just responding to a guy who's always many times has responded to my posts. And
while you were in this call with Steve, so did Steve somehow instruct you to go to that Twitter while we were all live? You did that on your own. It's provable.
I did it at 2:00 in the morning. It was well after this stream,
I thought it was during. Okay.
Well, we won't say that because I went to sleep.
Wasn't. The stream was all over with, and I was just looking around, and then I checked Menace's thing. I don't know why. I was like, let's see what Menace has to say. And I see my name. You'll see, go to his thing. You'll see a screenshot, because what I did was I kind of baited him, because I called him a Patriots fan when I knew he was a
That was my fault, though, right?
I know, but I went with that.
I saw his profile picture and I said, "Oh, he's a Pats fan. Oh, he sucks."
Yeah, but he's not a Pats fan. He just had a picture of a Patriot helmet.
Well, he should have known better.
Okay, well, there's only a minute and a half left, and I got to run after this, but I can come back. But let me just finish this minute and a half, so then I can go. Because I got to go support Steve's new show, because he supports me.
I hate to have to say it like this.
Plus, I don't want to step on his toes, etc.
I hate to have to fill it in with colored pencils and crowns.
Don't leave without telling me how to stop the stream.
Menace got doxxed for criticizing Steve McCrae, not Joey. Steve, what do you think happens when you combine telling everybody that doxing isn't illegal over and over and over again while looking at the law that says it is, and you combine that with sitting around in your private hangouts telling people how much you hate this person, how much they deserve to be doxxed, how much they deserve all of this shit?
What you do in your Discord?
Well, I'll tell you what the equation equals out to. The equation equals out to Steve doxing Menace through Joey.
Triggered!
There it is. Steve doxed Menace through Joey.
Yeah. Like Steve controls everyone. Don't y'all know? He controls me. He controls all the grannies. He controls Joey. He controls Todd, Chesh,
Hope it gets you
Lanya. Piece of shit.
He's a puppet master.
ups. Fuck, I hope it makes you a bunch of money.
Woo!
And I'm not even joking.
I hope it does too, buddy.
I hope it makes me some. That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
You guys can make all the scummy money you want.
I want that scummy money, baby.
You guys can get.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it in the sink. I'll wash that dirty money on my dirty body, and we'll become clean in the shower together.
You fucking vitriolic, hateful viewer that you want, and I'm not even gonna get them.
That's his favorite word. No,
You don't even know what it means, though. I guarantee.
no, it doesn't.
I'm gonna buy a tea.
Okay, here we go. It's over.
And I'll restart the stream, but I'm not streaming while I'm in line.
And then we'll start part 2 later. But yeah, so what you need to do is you need to go to back to the Google, or no, back to the YouTube studio, back to the actual stream piece where the camera was for the stream, and it'll say in stream.
I'm gonna dox myself.
You can just stop OBS completely and then share your screen in the Google Hangout, so I can make sure
I
you
think
do
I
it.
did
Right.
it. That's good.